the green. Hello, everyone.
Hey, how you doing?
Welcome back
Hello.
to another episode of Rising Sun, the Warhammer 40,000 Black Crusade campaign. Last time, the party dabbed on a bunch of Eldar once again. This time, though, in the engineering room. And one noteworthy kill was a bunch of racks and a grotesque that accompanied them. They came from the other side of the door, but thanks to Voss's rifle and Pasta's melter
Yeah, the
gun,
melter gun. I feel like the melter gun did a whole lot of the heavy lifting.
things got cleaned up pretty easily without too much fuss.
Gotta admit though, Voss did a very good part in taking out that beast.
Hey, I wasn't the one getting in there with the melter gun.
Okay.
True.
Say yourself short.
I managed to
Yeah,
save.
really.
I managed to save you all from dying of a heart attack.
Now, unfortunately, Ritualist won't be joining us tonight, so we have a slight skeleton crew, but things should be fine.
Schedule gay.
Regardless, as you're all gathered around and surveying the carnage, and the bodies have been moved up by Valenia's survivors as they attend to them and just move them in a neat pile for you all. She approaches you all and once again says, "Me and my associates appreciate your assistance once again, lords. I believe the enemy was trying to sabotage our engines. For good, shall we say. So they couldn't move at all."
What was her name again?
Valenia. Chief Engineer
Engineer?
Valenia. Yeah.
Chief Engineer. Helenia.
Yes.
Would you be able to restore camera feed along the ship?
Confirmed. Follow me. Which takes you over to one of the consoles built, so we'll have drawn it, but it's basically just over here. One of our little workstations. She presses a few buttons. There's a bit of static and so forth as you look at the screen, but she quickly just presses a few more buttons, turns a few dials, and just does stuff that you don't quite recognize because you're not too familiar with how all the machinery works, but
Yeah.
she pretty much does a bunch of things, and eventually she manages to get a few cameras online. She's like, "What is your request?"
Could you try to find where Captain Dillard is?
I will attempt to. Do you have any idea where he might be at his last position currently?
Where did my psychic reading from last time?
It was vaguely sort of in the middle of the ship. It was between here and the bridge somewhere.
It's difficult to say. Middle of the ship, more or less.
The chances of finding him are slim, but I shall endeavour to find him. If you wish, you may... My apologies. Are you a psyker, by any chance?
She nods.
I understand now. While I search, if you would like to use your abilities to try and pin his position down, this would expedite matters somewhat.
Alright. I'll use thought sending and try to pinpoint Dillard.
Yep. Yep, just make your test again. Oh. Okay.
I
About
can't
one
really fail
degree.
this one.
Yeah. It's quite tricky, once again, because the ship is massive, but Thanks to the fact that you are somewhat acquainted with Dillard, you do eventually manage to find him after about 5 or 10 minutes of scrying while Valenia just kind of flicks through various rooms throughout the ship. And you sense, once again, just that pure anguish and pain and agony from his mind. It seems to be near the medbay.
You mean the torture bay, right? It's like a multi-purpose room.
So, Johanna is going to look a bit perplexed, but is then going to cut the connection as it's been too much pain.
Yep.
And is going to look to Valenia again and say, could you try the camera feed for the med?
Confirmed. She again presses a few more buttons and then eventually brings up the medical bay. And what I'm going to do here is, I've been experimenting roll 20 and I think the fog of war works now, so I'm just going to show you something. Can you see anything?
I can
see a blue
see
room.
this down here.
Okay, I'm going to
Yeah, we
reveal
can see the
something
blue.
to you.
I hope it's not a penis.
I mean,
You see Dillard
mm,
on the camera. And you also see another figure at this angle.
I need to not look at the stream, I've noticed, sorry.
That's fine, don't worry about it. This is the
I saw
unintentional
nothing
side
other
effect
than
of me
things.
streaming and GMing.
What you can do, I found this option. There is the option to view as players. And if you had multiple displays, you could just set it to watch. Or even if you've got the capture, you can set it to watch just that screen.
Yeah.
So it shows your player's eye view.
I'll need to look into that because I did try that in the first session and then that fucked up and only my audio came through.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it for now. Maybe after the prologue and when we've had a bit of time over the holidays, I'll look into
Yeah, I don't know how it works for recording, but I know that that's a feature.
It's a bit of a funny thing regardless.
Interrupting!
No, that's alright. So yeah. You see Dillard strapped to one of the medical tables, like practically unclothed, and his skin is just bleached in a really nasty looking substance. Some kind of bluish green that's just slowly being poured over him by some medical appliances. And there is a figure overseeing this procedure, I guess you could call it, who there's no audio from the camera, but he's kind of leans into Dillard and it looks like he's whispering things to him. And Dillard kind of just, you can't tell because there's no audio, but he's just either screeching or just yelling at this guy. And the figure seems unfazed by Dillard and just kind of continually makes notes or makes some adjustments to his concoctions, because he has a, you know how tech priests have mechadendrites housed into their spine. This guy kind of has a little apparatus on his back that has a bunch of appendages that assist him in his work as well. Sort of like a housing, sort of like a I'm trying to remember the word for it now. I'll come up with it later, but the thing tech priests have on their spine that houses a lot of their mechadendrites and appliances, cybernetics, on their spinal column. Very similar to that, but this is way more elegant and alien looking.
well, in response to this, Johanna will just look fairly wide-eyed at the screen. and I'll make a willpower test for her.
Yep.
Okay. Instead of just running to the door and heading for the medbay, she will not bother going over to the guys and just send them start the conversation telepathically by asking, will you help me? Will you help me? Zilla's in trouble.
I will say, if you choose to, you can also send the image to them
Yes.
telepathically.
I will do that as well. I'll show them as much of the image as Johanna is able to send without throwing up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah,
Must be a
you
lot.
guys will receive the mental image of the treatment that First Officer Dillard is currently undergoing.
Jaded, don't fail me now.
Yep, Jaded pretty much makes you immune to that shit, so Foss kind of looks at it and is like, I've seen worse
fucking
shit than that.
Xenos.
I mean, Johanna has jaded as well, but that's because of the psychic shit she sees every night.
Yeah.
This is more a
Personal matter.
yeah. So she'll wait a little bit for a response.
Civ suddenly goes forward and just says, let's have a look.
Lead the way.
In that case, Johanna will then start rushing towards the medbay.
Yep. Valenia doesn't really say much. She kind of understands that you need to go and secure him. And she just kind of, attends back to her duties and just says, I will keep engineering secure until you return. Call me if you require more assistance.
Johanna isn't there to respond. She's out here.
Yeah.
Scour as many of these scrawny cocksuckers as you can before we get back.
Amen.
Confirmed. Okay, are you ready to proceed?
I'd like to do a quick check of the room.
Yep.
Just do a quick search check, see if they've got any medical supplies on them.
Any
Or
grenades or
if
anything
you
else we
use
can.
medical supplies.
Yep. The cultists have been cataloguing some of the stuff as best they can. They're not the brightest people for this kind of job, but they've at least put everything somewhat in a neat pile.
Well, I'm thinking I need something to do. I have 8 shells left in my gun.
I'm just gonna roll something for you. Make your search test first. So awareness, I would say. Have you been using awareness before? I forget. Or
I
was
would
it
like to say that Jane is helping.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a low DC, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm not trained.
You're not trained in awareness, you fuck.
Shit.
I'll fucking help.
I
Don't
was
worry.
gonna say, Jesus.
I've got
I'm a
perception
medic,
of
not a
50.
person with not an optometrist.
Do you know perception's one of those vital things in RP?
There we go.
It's like, Jesus.
17 out of 53. Fucking,
Okay,
I fucking scan them with my eyeballs.
okay, you find 2 plasma grenades, Bill. Very luckily.
Yeah,
That test.
and medical supplies.
Give me one moment.
You did say plasma.
Ah,
If you're plasma, you never need anything else, do you? Do you?
You find both among the corpses of the cultists and some of the Eldar had some interesting things on them. What you could conceivably put together with a bunch of field dressings and injections and a few loose tools. You could put together one med kit that one of you could carry of common quality.
Sounds like a grand old idea. So you're in desperate need of healing.
Good question before we leave. I am currently in tippity top condition because I got cucked out of every single combat.
Oof. Yeah, for the chat at home, Skog has been thinking about respecking his character slightly. Not drastically, just deciding what weapons he wants to use and so forth.
I have realised, having done the basic maths on it, that a squad support weapon is good if you don't like hitting things.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
has its
Did
purpose.
you get the recoil comp?
Sorry?
Did you get the recoil compensator?
I'm not entirely sure, but I know that the full auto just ruins any stat.
You know you can suppress it fire with semi-auto, right?
It can only do full
Yeah,
auto.
that's
Ah,
the issue.
That's
with
the main
stubber.
issue. It's the gun, not the type.
It's basically he's hip firing an M60. That's the issue on full burst all the time.
It has one switch, which is oof.
Yep.
So I'm going to try and get something with semi-automatic, like an auto gun.
Besides that, though, you basically just find more of the same shit you found before in the other Eldar corpses. So there is some more. Let me just roll.
Are there any Eldar-looking weapons that I could potentially have a go at with my massive, like, muscular hands?
There was a Shuriken cannon, however. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to use that. That's going to be worse than trying to use your stubber unless you get the training. However, there will be
Just 'cause I've got
opportunities in
bunches
the
of bananas
future
for
to
hands.
get exotic training, potentially.
Okay, so we bring
that-
the wheelbarrow later on. Understood.
Yes. You find 2 doses of slot, though. So if any of you need any of that fucking Pervitin, it's there.
I'll let someone else elect to take those. Looks at the font.
I think Gren's already got
The thought that's
3 doses.
not in the room.
I don't think we should give the Psych a slot. That stuff is short for onslaught.
Yep. It's basically just speed. It's like cocaine. Like, it gives you like +3 to your agility bonus and shit like that. It's
No, is that +3 to the bonus or +3 to the stat?
the bonus. So
Oof.
it's not bad actually.
Oof. So,
So
I
it's-
could come out of a 7 as my plus.
Yes.
So it's considered like unnatural ability.
Essentially, yes. I'm just going to quickly read it for you, just so you're familiar.
Damn, I'd have to make my character not a degenerate.
Didn't some of you have some stims as well, because they're handy?
I've got Stims, Obscura, and Slot.
Also known as Onslaughts, drug heightens awareness and improves reaction time, speeding up the user but causing fatigue and neural damage with prolonged use. Dose of Slaw increases the agility and perception bonus by 3 for 2d10 minutes.
Cool.
After that, the user must make a neutral toughness test or suffer -22 agility and perception for 1d5 hours. So it's not bad, honestly. Like, the debuffs aren't even that bad for
You
it.
just gotta hope that it's done before.
Mm-hmm.
It's something
Yeah,
you take
counter.
in a key fight, basically, where you want that extra
Yeah.
edge, of speed.
I'll hang on to a dose of that. You said there was 2 doses.
Yes.
I've also just realised that all my grenades are recorded in my talents section. But I think that is enough shopping for now, and we should move on to something else.
Yes.
2 nades for myself. Gonna have a really strong opener for the next round.
Have you got your pen sticks, everyone?
What?
Your pen sticks.
Pens. Stick, not
Tates.
pens.
Your
I'm
tasers.
assuming
The
tasers.
taser, yeah. The shit.
Yeah.
I don't have mine, but I've got something better.
Who needs a taster if you got a chainsaw?
It's a
Okay.
pen stick.
Are you ready? to
Chainsword.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make your way through the ship. Fairly, uneventfully. Again, you see the signs of battle, as you've seen before. A few dead cultists, occasionally a dead Eldar or 2. Not many, though, sadly. Eventually, though, you manage to come to a door outside medical bay. You may plop your tokens down in this box. in the revealed Fog 4 area.
Yeah, Helen.
Yeet.
Yep.
The door in front of you is currently closed.
Okay, now remember, boys and girls, 5-point room check.
We all remember those.
I'll be in covering left flank and sweeping up toward the middle.
But Nollis isn't here. We don't have an officer to set fire to.
Well,
Where you
first of
going?
all,
We don't need officers.
We don't have officers.
Oh, I
anymore.
miss Nollis, actually.
One more week and then he gets his computer back together.
Good stuff.
I will try to open the door.
Okay, are you being sneaky about this at all, or you just
No.
open it? Okay. The door! You swing it open because Valenia fucking has pretty much opened most of this shit for you. And the area before you is somewhat revealed. Are you venturing further?
There's something immediately to your left, I can tell.
Yep.
I see you, bitch.
Uh,
Oh,
oh no.
Oh boy, more
He looks
grotesques.
friendly.
Okay.
Oh fuck, is this what I've been making them? Ugh,
Okay.
that quick.
As you can see, I've expanded the medical base somewhat. It was needed for this.
Oh, good to know we're chaos and don't really care about our own that much, aside from the few people we like.
Okay. I will be kind here and say that Mr. Fish can potentially still stay stealthed before.
I would very much like to do that.
Yeah. Please make me a stealth check. Just as the thingy swings the door open as you're hanging about by the left.
Okay, that should actually be that
It's a DC a
should be
bit too
30
low.
higher. That should be 30 higher.
That's fine.
I get to roll twice to hit better.
Yep, please do so.
Yeet!
Okay, I'm just
5 out of 17.
I'm just going to make a test.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, so I don't know if it's still viable, but I was going to say that Johanna is going to stab a needle of slot into herself on the way.
Okay. Please, you may adjust your sheet as necessary. Please just make a note of what your original stat was.
I used suggesting that you were slotting the the flotty.
And roll for 2d10 minutes for this as the sixth effect.
15
15
minutes.
minutes. Okay, that should be long enough for most of this
Half
encounter.
an hour.
Yeah. Okay, and as you said, please make a note of your original stats, but you may increase your agility and perception bonus by 3. As you fucking hit yourself up with a nice dose of slot. So yeah, you enter this room, and you just see... It's not... The medbay isn't the most pleasant of places on the ship, but... It's looking a bit worse for wear. You see a couple of racks, the people that you saw, the figures that you saw before, back in engineering, attending to various operating tables and beds.
Oh Jesus Christ, that's the big nigga up top.
And you do indeed see a big creature up there, standing guard by the other door. And the racks are again attending to a mix of your own crewmen and also this guy that Bill capped a while back, a day or two ago. He's actually still alive, surprisingly. However, the rest of these people don't look so good. You see a couple of ratings and cultists lying on the beds. They appear to be either dead or very close to dead. A lot of their skin has just been burned away. Not too sure what, but you suspect that it might be that substance you saw earlier in the view screen. And as I say that, You also see Dillard over there. Pretty
Yeah.
much. He's not looking too good. He's not screaming now. He's kind of just almost passed out. And the homunculi, who I will now reveal is now a homunculi, this figure, is turned away and just looking at some notes. His back is to you.
I
will permit you a half action before actual initiative starts, because you just burst in there pretty much. They weren't quite expecting it.
You see this bitch?
Yes.
Well, when I get my turn, I intend to make it so no one can see him ever again.
Upon entering the room,
Using the fucking 50 cal, not the fucking anti-armor rifle.
upon entering the room and getting that half action, let's see, what's Johanna's intelligence score? It's good enough.
Make a distraction.
Trust me, she will. As she bursts into the room, she's going to scream out, Dillard! Trying to get the attention of everyone in the room.
Okay.
Then upon realizing that she's taken the attention of everyone in the room, she's going to use a half action to cast Precognition on herself.
Okay.
Success.
It's pretty good.
So that'll be +4 then. For all evasion tests.
Let me hit that initiative.
Alright, good stuff, good stuff. As you yell this, pretty much most of the racks' heads just snap to where the noise came from in the room. And the homunculi kinda just turns his head sideways a little bit. Please make me a perception awareness check. Like +20.
Nope.
Okay. You don't quite catch much from him, but he kind of almost seems like he's smirking a little bit as he just kind of slowly turns towards you guys. Or at least to you, as he can't quite see the rest of the party yet.
Oh yeah, he's Dark Eldar, and he just sees that someone is anguished because he's toying with someone. Of course, he's fucking pleased.
Yep.
Sicko.
And I think we should now roll initiative.
Yeah. I've been waiting for this. Wait. Oh.
Oosh.
Hold on. I need to bring up the thing. There you go.
Hey.
Good stuff.
I rolled 15.
I continue to roll like shit.
So that's a bonus. Perception and
Okay, forgive me, I'm just going to very quickly check something. Feel free to discuss your plan, I suppose.
I'm gonna yeet them.
I think this is obvious.
I'm gonna shoot the guy in charge and then turn my attention to the biggest threat from there.
I'm probably going to see how the first round goes, and depending on how it goes, I will decide whether or not to target the main guy with a pushed psychic power.
I am probably gonna throw my first shot down range as suppression. at the massive dude and hope that that works. At which point I will discard the heavy stubber.
If you wish to borrow a weapon, I have many.
I
How
don't
much of a
think I would be
skill is it?
necessarily proficient in them.
What weapons you good at?
Quite a lot, actually. But I mainly want to go and chainsaw some people, because that seems much more effective.
Oh, that looks good. How's it say? Or, yeah,
Yeah.
kind of hard to argue a chainsaw. Would you like to borrow a bolt pistol, or perhaps a hot shot Lasger?
A
Las
hot
pistol,
shot does sound quite enticing. I should have planned ahead and expected a longer drawn out encounter, because I literally brought my heavy
anyone?
stubber with the belt it had and the chainsaw.
I'm not sure any of us were expecting to fight the entirety of the Dark Eldar race in this fucking hangar.
Yeah. That's kind of a situation.
Okay.
No one wakes up in the morning thinking, you know what, I'm going to accidentally commit genocide by circumstances today.
Not really an accident, though, is it?
I'm not going to massacre a bunch of Dark Eldar like they're fucking Ewoks.
Okay.
Well, you know, it's just how the day goes.
Big wolves.
Thankfully, I've done my initiative for now. So, Johanna, it is your move.
Jeez, shit.
Oh, shit.
I go first?
I knew there was something I
Because you
missed.
took the slot, remember?
Amazing, you can
yeah.
achieve with some like industrial grade fucking stimulants.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you know
You
what
are
to
just
do.
ahead of the homunculi.
Right then.
Do it for love. Or whatever.
I don't think there's an aim. I don't think there's an aim move you can do for psychic powers. Is there?
There is.
I think you need a talent for it though.
Yeah,
Shit.
I feel like there is something that I read a while ago.
Oh yeah, there are.
It's like
There
a
are
focus thing.
incantations, but an only way you can do incantations is by getting the talent for them. You can't just do it, which is bullshit. To be
Alright,
honest.
fair enough.
So. You know, I just realized this just now, but I seem to be in a bit of a. I seem to be a bit out in the open.
Yep.
Well, fair enough. I need to move closer to hit him. Fuck.
I got your back. I got your back, fam. Just go for it.
Does he get an attack? Does he get an effective attack of opportunity if I move up close next to him?
You can move into his range, but if you wanted to move again, that would incur an attack of opportunity.
What if I use the psychic power next to him?
That is a good question. What kind of power is it you were thinking of using?
Psychic scream.
As something
target.
other than him, I'm presuming.
Yes, on this.
I would permit that.
Fair enough.
Until
Going
I know
to
better,
move up.
because it's technically not a ranged attack. Unless it has the range. Does it have the ranged subtype, actually?
No. It has concentration and attack. No, actually, it doesn't even have concentration, it just has attack.
In that
Subtype.
case. Yeah, I'll permit it in that case.
Beautiful. This one will be unfeathered, so if I explode, at least it will affect him too.
I really wish that he'd say this when he isn't so close to us.
Not that close to you now.
It's,
Oh, I'm not so close to you. I'm literally 3 meters away.
Hold on.
My personal reach in real life with a sword is longer than that.
See, I
I
was
can
here.
piss further than that.
For the grace for the might and
Huh, that's interesting. I have more movement, actually. I got movement to there. No, there actually. Due to slot, which increases your agility bonus, and movement is based off agility bonus, isn't it?
It is indeed.
So I am able to move there if I want to. Jesus Christ, I'm fast as fuck at the moment.
Well, if I was to say,
Best
yeah,
fuck boy.
pretty much. Yeah, you could make a.
Do I have to do an acrobatics check or something to get over there?
Want just to hop over it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Make acrobatics at +10 due to your heightened senses.
No, okay.
Because you're fast as fuck.
Don't fail me now. Oh wait, the bonus is added.
To avoid jinxing this, I'm going to stop listening to Cold as Ice by Foreigner.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
success! Jesus.
You don't have it trained, do you?
Nope.
Well,
That was success though.
it was enough to just fucking make a nice leap over that that little work table there, and you're now next to this poor unfortunate sod.
Parkour, the
whose
French martial
skin
art.
is pretty much flayed off to fuck by chemical burns.
I'll whisper. Sorry.
There's no
As
response.
I lean onto him and use that to focus myself as I try to fucking quite literally blow this. Is this a woman?
It's hard to tell with this particular
Ah,
figure,
well.
but he
The hair is
just
rainbows.
just from your like mental senses, it's kind of hard to peer into alien minds and his human minds. But you get the sense this guy is somewhat masculine, so he's probably.
Well, whatever he may be, he's a bitch. So I'm going to try to blow this bitch's brains out.
All right.
This will be now. I'm far enough away from you, so this is why I said sorry. This is going to be unfeathered.
Mm-hmm.
We are open.
Hey, that's a success without psychic phenomena.
Okay.
He has to do has info.
There's info.
So I succeed. I roll.
He shall attempt to doge. Let's see. Let me just see what he has on him.
He'll have to beat 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 degrees of success, I think.
Let's have a look. He does not doge.
Alright, then 1d10 plus 4, because I'm sustaining at the moment and I didn't push. And it's warp weapon. That's a warp weapon, and he now has to do a toughness test.
Okay.
-10.
He ignores armor, because warp.
Mm-hmm.
So
Only gets his toughness bonus, if any.
he still gets his toughness bonus. Okay. Okay, Gren. Unfortunately for you, he takes no damage from that attack.
Nani?
He's pretty tough. Like, as you scream at him, the energy just kind of washes over his face a bit. It kind of almost flays a small, peels parts of his skin off, but his skin, like, you kind of sense it's just this tough, sort of leathery, coarse hide, like, just over his face. And his grin just kind of widens as you do this attack, as you screech at him. Like, he did try and dodge it somewhat, but the attack has no effect. Or at least very
Okay.
little.
Hey boys, he doesn't have a reaction this turn. Go get him.
Laser eyes.
Will that be all? Unless you have a free action.
Has he made the toughness test?
Let's see. Shocking,
Shocking
quality. He didn't
Unless it's immune
suffer
to it.
damage. That's the issue I'm having here.
He doesn't have to suffer damage for it.
Oh yeah, because shocking quality is only on a hit. Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
it's not a thingy. Alright, let's make his test.
After all, that's the main use of this ability.
Yep.
At will shocking.
Okay, what's your SAR rating for this part?
Currently, it is
Use
2
your full
as
SAR
I'm
rating.
sustaining.
Didn't you make it unfettered?
Yes, but I'm currently sustaining a power, so it's lowered by 1.
Okay, good stuff.
It's minus 10.
Minus 10. Yeah. He is not affected by the shocking either, so...
Ish.
Okay. Now come to any free actions or anything else you want to do.
I'm just going to send. I guess I'm just going to thought send to Voss and say, yeah, that's it, and say that he's unbalanced, as he can't do the reaction anymore.
Music to my ears.
Looking cool, Voss.
Okay, let us go to his turn. Right. Let me just have a quick look over his statistics. Yeah, he's got enough reach. He's just going to, as the aftershock wears off him, he's just gonna grin even wider. And he's just gonna bound over to you, Johanna, in a charge move. Alright.
Okay.
Rip. Lost container.
Okay. And he is going to... No aim. Charge. Forgive me a moment, let me just check something very quickly. I will get all this off by heart one day.
We all will.
Yeah, it's such an in-depth system for combat, this book. Yes.
Well, we've plenty of time to learn Vex. Don't worry about it.
Right. He is going to make a swift attack with his charge.
Oh boy.
He only generates one hit on you, though. Would you like to dodge?
Okay. Yes. Let me see. Just one hit?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna be the guinea pig. Hit me.
Hit me. Hit me.
I'm furious. Yana is fucking furious at this guy. Only she gets to torment her like this.
Okay.
But it's a pen of 0, so that's just okay, just 10 damage.
Okay. You... He just bounds over to you and punches you, with this strange-looking gauntlet. It seems to, as it pierces your flesh, discharge a few. You just feel this liquid start to pulse within you, pulse around the wound. Please make me a -20 toughness check.
Oh, fuck yeah, shocking too. Well, I'm gonna fail this one.
Sounds like toxin too.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Okay, let me just double check toxin again.
Who knew?
Traditionally
boy.
D10 damage.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
but I'm just checking if there's degrees of failure. I don't think there is. To make it
I'm
worse.
so sorry, Anna.
So it shouldn't be that bad. Okay. I shall roll the damage. Please take an additional 4 damage with no toughness or armor reduction.
Uh, 4 damage.
Yep, no armor or toughness bonus, unfortunately, for this one.
Right. Let's see, how much do I currently have? 8 on the party end. And... so then. Right. That's fun.
Mm-hmm. And with that, he kind of, as he just punches you, he kind of leans in close and is like, "You will make a fine addition to my collection."
God fucking damn it, I should have seen this coming.
General Grievous at you.
I thought he was gonna say Hail Hydra.
I thought he was
Not
going to go
that
with the
gay.
classic, you no longer need this.
I haven't watched enough Crazy Doctors, to be honest with you. Horror
He
films.
just leans in. Woo!
Crazy Doctor is
Shouldn't
gonna
it be-
now I can-
Sorry, Ric Flair will be a Necron.
Yeah.
Now I can only imagine Dylan jumping down and going, "Hello there."
Fucking Black Pyramid flies through space, all you hear from within is, woo!
Well, I got my target.
All right, Zev, what are you gonna do?
Yes, I'm highlighting him now.
All right,
I'm gonna do him then.
you're gonna do him. Oof. Oof.
You know I had to move to him.
Not like that. Oof.
Yes, like that.
Oh no. Let's see if
Quitters around here.
if I hit, I won't. Well, I will be able to do aim. Half aim. Would that be? That would be short range, correct?
Yes.
Yes. And that's standard. It's not dark, right?
It is not dark. It's fairly well lit, this room, in fact.
Okay. Any other things that might modify it?
What weapon are you using?
It's the bolter. Good condition.
Okay, are you
Fits for level.
semi-autoing, full autoing, or just standard?
That's just standard. So that'll. Fuck. I'm.
Did you
freaking
forget
pissed.
to put the standard bit?
Yeah, it's standard. Just standard.
So yeah, just
So just the standard attack.
short range.
With half aim.
Let me just double check his size bracket. No, he's average. Okay, yeah, just standard short range, that's all.
Ye-
It's pretty good. It's pretty
Nice.
good.
Um,
Let us see if he
Uh,
doges first.
yes, sir.
He manages to just nimbly sidestep your bolt shot as it just comes streaking through the room from the doorway.
I will boom you.
Okay. It is the big lad. Okay. This may present some problems. What weapons? Okay. He's going to move. A half move. Here. And he's going to aim at you, Pasta, with a strange greenish weapon. He's just going to point this and fire at you. Now again, let me just double check something very quickly from the armory. Okay. Okay. You and Jane are hit by this blast of just greenish liquid as it just streaks towards you. Would you like to doge?
Sorry, who's it targeting?
Pasta and Jane. In fact, actually, you don't even need to use a reaction for this. Basically, just make an agility test, or you'll be struck by the attack.
Oof.
Okay, Pasta. Is Pasta still here? He is not here.
Hello.
Okay, I guess I will have to roll for Pasta in that case.
Ree. Don't forget to say BRB, Ree.
Oof. That's Jimmy. Where's there's Pasta. Oof.
Wait, what?
The thing attacked you and Jane. It fired
Oh.
its weapon at you, and a spray of greenish goo has afflicted you.
I'm a green boy now.
You both failed your agility test. You've been struck, and you take damage normally. Alright, I will roll for you first, Pasta. And I'll roll the pen.
Roll d10.
Okay, Pasta.
Yeah.
Reduce that by your toughness and 1 armor point. Because I believe you have carapace.
Yeah,
Actually,
I
do you have
got
carapace? Yeah, that's all you
Yes.
have. Fuck. Yeah, you get no armor then. Unfortunately, you just get toughness.
Okay, so that's 7 plus 9, or? What do you mean based on my toughness? Should I do a toughness check?
No, I've caused 9 damage. Reduce that by your toughness bonus, and that is how much damage you take, how many wounds you take in total.
Okay.
Just gonna double check something from the Any War book as well, because this weapon has corrosive as well. Okay, I'm just gonna roll something past as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Pasta.
Yep.
As the weapon hits you, it just starts to sear away at the armor covering your torso.
Mm.
You now, unfortunately, have 0 armor points across your body as the corrosion just burns away like chunks and plates of your armor. It doesn't mean the armor is destroyed, it just will need to be repaired once this fight's over in that location. Fortunately, I believe Voss is a expert armorer, so...
Yeah,
myself and Rex
expert,
list.
strong word. I'm like a hobbyist.
I feel it. I'm also a hobbyist armor.
Alright.
Also, I think I'm technically a vet and not like a medically trained doctor as well.
Okay, that was minus my bonus. fuck do I calculate that again?
What for the damage from the 9 damage?
No, I meant like the toughness bonus.
You know what your toughness is in 10s, right?
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah.
That's the characteristic bonus. Yeah.
So it was my 9 minus the toughness bonus.
Yes.
Okay. Well, shit. I might die in a bit.
Okay. Skog, I will roll for Jane.
Okay.
Okay, let me just check the pen. Okay.
Wait, that's her armor class.
She still has a boarding shield, right?
Not on her.
Okay. So that's on the body. Right. So she should have 3 armor points still and her toughness against 8.
Yeah, she got toughness 3. She gets 2 points from the armor. So yeah, for 5 damage reduction, so 3 damage total.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Just gonna check. I am the big awake right now.
How is the chat doing, by the way, folks?
No fuck, no clue. Let's see.
Jeremy and Hitler.
Yeet.
To build our flamethrower, probably. That seems to me like something he would do. Tries to open door. It's opened by the door. Sound it with a miss. Did Richless eat Bill yet?
I did not buy a flamethrower. Why this must have... I'm literally the most upset about that out of all things I've ever done.
But Bill, you got the most XP for completing the mission.
I don't care. I've literally crippled people and felt less than when I fucked that whole thing up.
Hypnothorax. Ric Flair is the original Necron.
Pretty much. I can seriously just
Boy.
picture him as a pimp towel, like Tomb King guy, just in his lavish.
He's already
makeup
Khan
and
Ra. Holds up the title belt. You no longer need this.
Jesus. Right. So Jane took damage. Let's see how much her armor gets heated. Oh no! No!
Oh, nigga!
So she doesn't
Jane's
have body
torso
armor.
armor is completely burned off by the horrible corrosive acid.
Oh, if only Richlist was here.
Oh no. I dread to think of the degeneracy that would be drawn.
If it would
So are we
happen.
all feeling good
Put
today?
those away. This is not a Slaaneshi campaign.
Or is it?
Yeah.
Have we really had a
None of you are
still-
devoted really to... Well, actually, no. You're all devoted to different gods, that's the thing.
Boss is
Well,
aggressively undevoted.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask, are we still on the same? Are we still on the same day for like how many sessions now?
It's been a busy day.
No, there's been a few days, like, in between shit. You have had rest.
Since the Dark Elder have arrived, though, I think it's still day 1 of that.
Yeah, it's vaguely a day. It's been a few hours, though, of stuff going on, so...
It's been a busy day.
Yes.
Jane's top got melted off.
Ooh.
Oof.
It's gonna inspire fan art, I fear.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Quick, at Richlist.
You may need... Yeah, you probably... Okay, this boy is just gonna move to here for now. That'll be his go. Ursula. Ursula.
Yep. I have a unrestricted line of sight. Let us attempt the big yeet. So I'm not moving, so I get to aim.
Yes.
I am firing at short range and suppressing fire.
Okay. Wait, suppressing fire.
Yep, I'm gonna try and suppress.
I will
What?
point out. He is fearless, so yeah, this
Okay,
won't have much effect
I'm
on
gonna slightly edit that then. So
I would honestly just go for the full yeet if you want to stay there and shoot on him. You will get +10 for hulking though,
all right.
so you got a better chance of hitting this guy. Hey, that's pretty
I
good.
actually hit with. Is that a whole nearly a degree of success?
That is 1 degree of success. Sadly, you almost got 2.
Huzzah!
Ooh, that is
I
not
rolled
bad.
half. And much like Mr. Rambo, having expended the belt, I drop it to the floor.
Congratulations, Skog. You did 1 wound to him.
Hooray!
Wow.
Yep.
I should have brought more ammo with me.
Okay, Voss Ballard. Mr. Fish is currently AFK, so we'll just wait for him a little bit because this may be a pivotal moment in the combat.
I second that statement.
He's got 2 prime targets right now.
See now. See.
Also, I've been forgetting to use the fear rules for
I've got
these
to mute
guys.
myself
But
to
you
back
know
a
what?
crit.
Fuck
Sorry.
it. This combat is difficult enough as it is without fear
is-
rules.
Is the homunculus wearing a helmet?
I will double check for you. I do
Is
not
it?
believe he is.
Fuck, I almost forgot.
Let me just double check.
Characters wanting their faces exposed.
He doesn't have a helmet, however, he does have armor on that location.
Ah, okay. Okay, and then he's getting it's a full action aim total and popping him in the skull.
You
Not
cold
actually in
shotting
the
his
skull,
head?
but
Or
I'm not cool
just,
shotting him, which is regular.
just
popping
regular
him.
attack? Okay.
Steel reinforced sombrero.
And it's going to be with the man stoppers.
Yeet, which is +2 to pen, I believe.
+2 pen, +1 damage, I believe.
I will double check for you. I believe that is so, though. You may as well get your macro ready, though, for the shot.
Okay, that is a full aim. That is at short range. That is a standard attack with a total of... we still affected by hatred?
You can...
No. It only lasts for about It only lasts for.
It doesn't affect me anyway, it's weapon skill only.
Yeah, that's true.
2 out of 125.
Okay.
He's already used his
Not-
dodge.
Not fucking bad.
Ah, good fucking luck.
Alright. Luckily for you, he is caught unawares. But
Oh, so it's an extra +30.
Yeah.
That's the good shit.
You know what? I'm just gonna roll his. How mean? Nah, this is a tough fight. I'll just let it be. I'll just let this.
But he's already used his reaction this round. so
He has 2 reactions. That's why.
he's unaware, so he doesn't get it.
That's
anyway,
that's
so-
what I was gonna. Yeah, I'll be kind. He doesn't get to use it. So, yep, the bullet just shrieks into him. Please roll the damage.
So that's 24 damage, pen 7. Sorry, 8. Sorry,
Okay.
that is 25 damage, pen 8.
Does your weapon have felling at all?
This weapon does not.
Okay, so
The anti-armor rifle does, sadly, but there we go. Them's the brakes.
okay, just give me a moment while I calculate this. you deal 5 damage to him.
Jesus, this guy's got some toughness.
I wrote that on the wrong dude. Forgive me. Just fix that now. Okay, so yeah, you fire a rifle as you've done hundreds of times before, and you blow a nice chunk into his side just there, ripping through parts of his flesh and skin, but barely seems to notice this, though it's done some damage, some noticeable damage. Okay, anything else?
You know, the funny thing is that when the moment was started shooting, the song that came on my playlist was "Baby, Baby, Baby, Baby." Mass destruction.
I was not sure what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting him to survive the 50 cal to the chest. But I'll just try and look inconspicuous.
Okay.
Which is way easier than you think, considering I've got a silenced weapon and a stealth suit.
True.
Okay.
And cover.
This boy is going to turn around the corner and look at you guys, all arranged in there nicely. Please make me a stealth check, Bill.
That I can do.
This is even better.
Thank you, Flip Belt, for giving me bonuses on this. Okay, thank you, Stealth.
Do you roll again for your next?
Yeah, I rolled again and
Yeah.
take the better of the two. Ooh.
Fortunately, you managed to remain concealed. He's going to take a shot at you, Ursula.
Oh dear.
Now, don't forget your refractor field.
Yep.
Okay, Bill, this is important. Are you somewhat in the middle point between, like, kind of hugging this door frame kind of thing?
Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm peeking around I'm basically peeking around that doorway.
Okay. That is all well and good. Because otherwise you would most likely be hit by this thing if you were standing directly there.
And that would be a shame.
A true shame indeed.
Rings bell.
Okay.
Ooh, but
Once
I've got
again,
one.
a corrosive jet of green substance is flung
This is
into
the worst
room.
bukkake.
Yep. Please, you, Skog, and Jane make agility tests, or be hit. Oh, poor Jane.
Oof.
Oh, Jesus.
She's gonna lose her skin.
This is going in a weird direction. I did not expect it to go.
I think I have a meme for this.
Violent bukkake.
Okay, well, she has no armor technically, so let me just. Roll.
Is this hitting her in the chest again?
Yes.
Oh dear.
However, she got lucky on the corrosive for all that time. So yeah, she suffers 10 damage negated by her toughness.
Wait, does the penetration ignore toughness? Or
No.
does it just ignore armor?
Only armor. She has no armor, so you can safely ignore the pen.
So that does 7 damage and 1 armor damage. Is the armor that's already gone?
Sorry?
Does it do extra damage where it can't hit the armor?
Basically, the initial attack is energy damage that is negated by the toughness, and obviously if she had armor, which she doesn't. And they roll a high pen anyway, the other attack, the 1 damage, is not negated by toughness. It's excessive corrosive damage. If you're
Okay,
not wearing armor in that location, the corrosion is...
It is additional damage then, okay.
Yes, it's kind of like toxin, so...
Oh dear. Oh.
Liquefiers are pretty nasty when I look at it.
You don't say.
The name is rather suggestive of that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, these things would melt Space Marines. Jesus.
As I believe is the major point of contention when it comes to the homunculi armies.
Mhm.
So I'm feeling an entire squad of Terminators. Oh, what do you mean? They're all dead.
My boner's gone. Jesus.
Oh no!
Just look at that chat. Oh.
I mean, there was more context text to it than that, but
To be fair,
gonna
she's
be
only
some-
been slightly singed, so...
This is gonna be some
she
fucked
has
up,
1 hit point left, Stu.
That's... she'll be fine. She's got
because
fate
you don't
points.
die. You don't die when you go at over your maximum, isn't it?
You don't die, no. You go into critical damage instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's an important enough NPC to warn that as well, so...
She has the vast oof.
I don't
that's,
actually remember how you die in this game.
that's that boy's go.
Get into
real life
enough
game.
critical damage to start hitting the instant death stuff.
We now turn to another boy. Who's way up here and I forgot about him. He's gonna make the great convergence and lumber forward.
Okay, boys, I think we can all agree that maybe I should deal with the grotesque and you guys should deal with everything that isn't the grotesque.
How about no?
If you want to eat the grotesque with a melt again, you be my guest.
I'm gonna eat them both.
I see someone as
Just keep your distance.
Jesus.
I see someone has become a bit drunk on power. I see.
We should never have given him that melt weapon.
Nope.
That was my GM's hint. You might want a melt gun later on.
Sim is always gonna use that melter gun
Oof.
until there's no more he can do.
Okay, it is now, however, Jane who is last on the turn order.
What's my job?
Who can say where the yeet goes? What the ooft knows?
Where
Only
there's a will, there's a way.
dime.
We need to give Jane some good equipment after this.
So currently she's melting, so she's going to step forwards. No aim. Point blank.
Yeah.
Semi-automatic fire.
Oof, oof, oof. Okay, how many hits is there on a last carbine that shots when you...
3.
Why have you
It's
done
3
this?
hits.
I remember, yeah, but you remember, laser weapons do not have full auto, they only have very good burst fire.
Oof,
That might do some damage.
it's a lot of damage.
No, it's not. That's
It's
no
a bold
penetration.
strategy, Colin. Let's see if it pays off.
This is what Jane and Sim
I'm
will
just
never
gonna
be
have to start
friends.
passing around my various sidearms so people can do actual damage through armor.
Okay, fortunately through Jane's display of gallantry and yeetingness, she does 6 damage to him from that
Huzzah.
nice burst. Yeah, lasgun fire, fire. It's pretty good.
Well. Yep, I'm thinking I need to upgrade all my remaining non-penetrating weapons to the penetrating ones in my armory.
Okay, we now turn to Johanna. Oh, actually, hold on. Guys, please do not look at the video too much in the chat because I'm doing hidden GM things.
Or is
Concern.
we will use this moment to talk about how it's hilarious that las weapons have full auto penalties.
Yeah.
They have no fucking recoil. Like, las weapons in an actual Modern Warfare scenario would be hilariously broken. They can punch holes the size of a fist in your
Yeah,
chest. And have no
I've
drop.
said this. People have said this on 40k forums many times, and I reiterate it. Lasguns are fantastic rifles in a real-world setting. You know, they're reliable, got plentiful ammo, very powerful, considering what they're up against. It's just when you put them in the 40k universe, they just come up a bit short against some of the horrible shit Guard have to fight. They just lack some of that oomph. But besides that, they're fantastic weapons. You know, they're perfect for what the Guard needs to do.
So the Krieger got the right idea. What should we do? We should make a las weapon based on the M14.
Yep,
Just
Vietnam.
have it just beat people around the face with it.
Yep.
And then when it comes to our elite troops, give them the shittiest, most unreliable rifle ever made.
Yeah, that is a weird thing.
Which used to be one of the best when the Cadians had it.
Oh yeah, the Hellgun, Jesus. Yeah.
Cadian hell guns are nothing to fuck with.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, Johanna.
It's my turn now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Doom's playing 40k Mechanicus. Good choice, I approve, Doom.
I'm a little hurt.
Yes.
I've got a few wounds. Like,
Take more drugs.
you know, I might
Oh shit,
just.
oh no, the doggo is barking.
Let me see. What's Let me just give me a moment to check what Stin's
Yeah,
doing.
hold that thought, Basic Grand. Plan your thing out. I'm gonna let the dog out.
Okay.
I wonder how many drugs it will take it to kill a homunculus.
More than to kill a dog.
Dog's side of chocolate. It's not difficult to
There
kill.
we go. Drugs and consumables. Let's see what this is
Precisely.
getting to.
The Dark Elder bring out their fucking horrible warp hounds. You leave out a bar of dairy milk and they die horribly.
What's that, Cerberus? You want some biscuits? Have a digestive.
Next thing you know, it's just vomiting lava in their living room. Oh, for fuck's sake, who gave them this? It's just melting through the various decks and shit.
So as an aside, as I scroll through Twitter, according to Twitter at least, Rebel MPs offered peerages for supporting May's Brexit deal.
Isn't that the kind of thing we tried to, kick David Cameron out of office for?
What's that, Skippy? We should get them done for treason.
I'm going to be so fucked after this combat.
I think we pretty much all are. Homunculi, nothing with which to fuck.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is, though, that as at least at one point a primary heavy weapons operator, I have run out of bullets.
That's impressive.
Just what weapons can you use? Are you a solid? I know you can use solid projectile. Can you use
Let me check
las?
the correct sheet. I can use las, shock, bolt, chain, and heavy. Also primary, which I'm not quite sure what primary means.
Primary is projectile weapons and other weird shit.
Yeah, I don't know if that means basic or if that means
Solid slug and perimeter weapons got rolled into.
that makes no sense.
into
It could literally just be two separate weapons.
or primitive weapons to stuff like flintlocks and fucking bows
Yeah.
and knives and other things that are ubiquitous to warfare.
Yep.
Whereas using a las weapon is kind of actually difficult in how easy it is. You try to compensate for bullet drop and you just shoot over the heads.
There isn't a range adjuster on this site. It measures in hundreds of thousands of miles.
What's that? I shot this las weapon on a gas base planet like Yunka 5. The bolt is just flying through the air continuously, igniting every gas pocket it touches.
Why
What do
is
you
the
mean I
atmosphere
shouldn't
on
set
fire
gas on
again?
fire?
Also, would you care to borrow my bolt pistol?
I would be willing to accept a bolt pistol. Primarily, though, I'm going to deal with medicating this round.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot. I have a bolt gun. Would you like to borrow my bolt gun?
if you would like.
It's good quality.
Ooh.
I have returned. Right.
It kind of concerns me how you're carrying all of these weapons unless you have some kind of small handcart.
Funny you should mention that. I kind of just have an old golf bag I carry around. This is a running theme with my characters. I always have like a weird golf bag full of weapons I have to hand and just bring out what I need. Usually it's some kind of cart or literal carriage.
This is in theory why I have Jane as my caddy.
This is why. Well, why do you think we keep Nas around? Why do you think I take
Mag
Mally with it?
locking weapons to him.
Pretty much all of my weapons have got that weird magnet thing on it. I just kind of stick it to his back and don't tell him.
Okay, what would you like to do, Johanna?
I'm going to use my one. I'm going to use a drug I've been stockpiling since the start of this campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Concern.
Blue fire.
Concern.
Fire.
Also known as cerulean flames to the nobility and other social elites, and simply blue to hive-gangers. Blue fire comes as a small crystal that shines if they had absorbed the sky on a perfectly clear day. When dropped in a vessel of water, they dissolve, releasing a heatless flame of an even stronger hue. Users quickly breathe the cold fire into the lungs, where it rapidly travels in shivering tingles through the nerve waves to the brain, lighting their eyes into glowing sapphires and igniting psychic consciousness. It lasts for 1d10 rounds and allows the users to re-roll any focus power tests attempt made during that time.
Sounds pretty legit.
However, it makes it so that feathered power levels can trigger psychic phenomena as if they were unfeathered. So during the time, you don't. You don't roll feathered power.
Okay.
Finally, you have to make a difficult willpower test or gain 1 corruption point when using it.
Okay. You can resolve that first if you like.
Mm-hmm. It's a difficult test, so -10.
Yep. You succeed. You do not suffer any adverse corruption.
Sniff that fire, yo.
This sounds like something very Zinchi.
Mm-hmm. Which point her eyes start glowing.
Laser eye intensifies. Jesus.
And I'm going to push a psychic scream
Yeet.
onto the main bad guy.
Okay.
You've been following me for a while. Well, here I am. She's going to mumble to herself as she casts the psychic scream.
Oof.
So that increases my. Oh yeah, I'm dropping the sustain, returning my psi rating to normal. By the way.
Okay.
Okay. That's going to make my. There we go. That's going to make my 25 plus 5. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oof.
I'm going to re-roll that just because I
God.
can choose the better one if it ends up being better.
Okay.
Because I can choose whichever is better.
Alright.
I'll choose the first one.
Yep.
And time to roll a psychic phenomena.
Yep. Let me get the book out.
I'm sorry.
Let's see how this
Okay.
goes.
Just psychic phenomena.
42. spectral gale. Howling winds erupts around the Psyker, requiring him and everyone within 4d 10 meters to make an easy plus 30 agility or strength test to avoid being knocked to the ground. Interesting. So as you scream, the winds, it just screams throughout the whole room. That is basically how much power you pour into this shit.
And I just want to flavor it that as I scream, there's a slight laughter that can be heard as that fucking Birdman still watches me.
Ooh, yeah.
And here's how long it lasts. The blue fire.
Okay.
And finally, time for the damage.
Yep.
My current, at the moment, my psi rating is 8.
Mm-hmm.
With that power, my psi rating was 8 anyway. So
Yep. Right.
lowest I could have possibly rolled.
Oof. Jesus, son. You may use a fate point to try again.
Yes, I will use a fate point.
Right, spend all your fate points.
Let's see if it gets any better. Better.
Yeah, it's
A 3. And he has to roll a toughness test at minus 4.
minus 40. Okay. This could hurt. Okay.
Shocking.
And it's warp damage too.
Yep. So all of that went through it. Yeah, went through his normal armor.
Mm-hmm.
His toughness still counts though.
Yep. I'm just going to double check shocking. I believe it's every degree is a run round stun.
I do believe so.
Okay, let's have a look. He is stunned for 5 rounds.
Giving you ample time to step on his neck.
Mm-hmm. And now the agility test
Mm-hmm.
to everyone.
Yep, and your damage. I'll also do that. So you you managed to retain your footing. Would you guys also like to make a plus 30 agility test? And I'll do the other
That's
monsters.
this fucking shockwave.
Actually, no. I'm gonna be nice. It only affects people in this direct room. Because I feel like the fact that your guys are still somewhat in this door frame, that would protect you somewhat from the blast.
So the shockwave just kind of
fills
crashes
the whole-
against the doors.
Yeah, it fills this whole main room for the most part.
That's going to be a lot of agility tests.
That does mean that somebody might be affected, though.
He's already fucking thrown.
I say, even if he was knocked off the bed, anywhere is better than on that bed.
Yeah. TBH.
You could have set him on fire, it would have been a substantial improvement from what was happening to him.
This was a calculated risk. And
Like
it turned out for the better.
It's like firing a flamethrower into a room full of allies with no heat to who's actually in there. All works out in the end.
Yeah.
Yep.
No one died. 2 people got a nice trip to a hospital ship.
Mm-hmm.
They got new skin.
But I'm gonna be so fucked after this combat, let me tell you, because I'm not taking done taking
boy.
drugs yet.
Oof.
Oof.
he falls down, and he can't get up.
Boss, he's prone!
The big man's down. Repeat, the big man's down.
Kick him in the shins.
Someone tripped over Big Chungus.
First rack's okay. Second rack's okay. The third rack is not okay. One next to Dillard. Oof.
Crashes into Dillard's bed.
We now come to Homunculus Gilna. Okay. He is gonna exert himself with a bit of fatigue and restore his stun condition. This will take him half action. For his remaining half action, let's see. He's going to wildly swing at you just as he's getting up.
Okay, I'm going to roll a unfeathered, kind of because I have to. Lucky step,
Okay, yeah.
as that is my only method of evasion.
Let's just see if he... Yep. I won't bother rolling the hit. Yep, you managed to evade quite handily, so...
I could have re-rolled that too. Because that is the focus power.
Yep. And that will be him for this turn. Aziv.
Hey, that's me. I know exactly where to go. I'm gonna move over here. As a half action, half move.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna attack him
With your
with my
chains.
gut cleaner.
Let me see. You were up here, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, sadly you
How
cannot
was that?
charge, but yeah, you can just...
No,
get
I can't charge. That I know.
You're a bit too close to charge, sadly.
Yeah, and he would have to be here for me to charge.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just do a loop.
So I'm doing no aim, standard attack. Any modifier there, or just plain?
Yep, just standard attack, pretty much.
Yeah.
Do we have hatred still?
No.
This is one slippery motherfucker.
Wait,
God, I
hold
forgot
on.
the fucking name of that sword. Jesus wept. It's so dire.
Una has laser eyes. You know what, Ziv? Do you have custom grips on your blade?
Hmm?
Do you have custom grips on your blade?
He does.
Yep, there you go. You hit.
Yes.
Alright.
You have armor. You have fucking custom grips.
Fuck, even I have balance, actually. Which is +1 to hit.
It's
plus 10
+5
to
to hit, so you hit. He's going to attempt to doge.
But I actually also have balanced, which I forgot.
Bounce.
I always-
Parries.
I actually forget to apply that every time.
It's just for parries, so you don't have to worry about it. It's just...
Mm.
Okay, please make your 3 fucking tearing rolls of damage and pick the best.
Oh yeah.
Jesus, fuck, I forgot.
Well, we got the second one.
Okay.
15 rending damage.
Let me just quickly have a look. 10 and 2. Alright.
God, I forgot how satisfying it was to play a fucking melee character in this game.
It's excellent.
You never forget the first time you whomp a Chaos Space Marine directly in the skull with a hammer. And he just hits
Nah.
the floor like a sack of shit.
Okay, that sounds fucking
Okay,
badass.
Ziv just casually strolls up to this guy fucking with his Chad walk and just gets the chainsaw out and just cuts him right across the torso, and you do 8 damage to him. He's looking pretty hurt this first wreck.
The doctor is in the house. What's the next appointment?
God.
Jesus.
It's so like something really viscerally satisfying about watching Zib do work. That's what it is. It's doing work.
Okay, now we come to the absolute lad, who, with a bit of a groan of exertment, picks himself up.
Stay down, it will be better for you.
Oof, this spell, ironically.
And he's gonna stroll over here. Thunk, thunk, thunk. And that is his go.
Well, he's a bigger target again.
Gresham, he's a
This
bigger,
rat.
closer target.
Oh no.
Gonna pick himself up.
Am I gonna have to hit a bit?
He heeds the call of his master and moves to reinforce. Ursula.
Cool. Part of me says administer aid to Jane. Part of me says kill the thing attacking Jane. How much of a run up do I need to charge?
You need 3 inches of clearance or more. Like 3 inches or...
So you say if I take a step backwards and then rush forwards?
Well, basically 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you've got more enough. You can literally just charge to there. You've got enough room to make a
I was going
charge.
to attack this lad, if he's still alive. I could charge the big guy, as that guy's distracted.
You'd be a bit short.
Bollocks to it.
Of
Yeah, let's
a charge.
try and yeet this fella then.
Mm-hmm.
As that is a viable option, apparently.
Yes.
So, no aim.
Mm-hmm.
Charge attack.
Plus 20.
Plus 20, because he's a fucking unit.
So yeah, charge for the plus 20 and then another plus 10 for
And
being
it's
a unit.
tearing, which is the damage type.
Tearing is when you come to roll damage, you roll 2 and pick the best.
Okay.
Ooh, fine hit.
Oh, I just saw I rolled a 4.
Okay, the grotesque.
Guns of a dumbasses.
This, but unironically.
He's gonna try and doge.
And the question is, do I get my chain fist built in as a combi pistol?
Well, that's the thing. You just have the arm mount.
You hit.
And hold the pistol. Wait, how? It's just the 1 hit, isn't it?
Yes.
But I
You
rolled
may
twice.
roll
for
twice.
damage.
Oh, boy. Yep.
Yeah, boy!
Take a nice.
Hell yeah!
Roll your 1d5.
Oh yeah, 1d5. That's
The absolute mad lad.
Okay, I have to roll a d10 and halve it, so I can't remember how to do the code.
/R space 1d5.
Oof.
It didn't actually do the roll. Oh
Yeah.
man, that's lagging to fuck.
Yeah, that's the digital dice trying to kick in.
Alright, we'll
bad.
take the second one because that was an actual
Yeah,
d5.
I didn't think it had actually rolled the first one, given that it took a good 15 seconds.
Shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Rending on the body.
Ooh.
The blow opens up a long wound in the target's torso, causing him to double over in terrible pain. The target suffers from blood loss and is stunned for 1 round. Why, dickhead?
1 round is all I need.
When you turn the oof into the bigger oof.
The big dark Eldar oof.
So he's not a happy bunny then.
No. 8, 9.
Excellent, my work is done.
Okay, you at 18 minus Okay, in total, though, the attack did 9 wounds to him.
That's concerning armor, considering it's got a pen of 3 and did 18 damage.
It's the toughness, not the armor.
Yeah.
That's still
Boy.
concerning.
False ballad.
Okay, here's a question. I think we should deal with the grotesque before it becomes a bigger problem. Is that a fair assessment, or should I just dab on the guy directly in front of me?
Your
I
choice.
mean,
I mean, that guy's in combat with Pastor, it may be inadvisable.
Well,
Technically, they're both
in
in combat. I would say the bigger guy is easier to hit.
This is very
Because
true.
of the size
So
modifier.
I'm gonna take an action to aim, and then I'm gonna pop the big guy. And I'm gonna wheel up the bunker buster for this one
Alright, he brings out the big
because
rifle.
I need a weapon with felling. Because fuck me, this guy's got a lot of toughness. Okay, so
That's an unrelated aside while Bill is calculating that. I'm considering getting lightning claws at some point.
lightning claws would be an excellent option.
yep.
I mean, it loses my ability to do melee, to do ranged attacks. However,
Okay, that is a 13.
oh, big
Which is the right arm. I have roll your damage.
Okay, this is in the pierce rounds because I don't fancy reducing the cat girl to vapor.
Yeah, I wouldn't have used
So
it.
I will. Okay.
Jesus.
No, Jesus Christ.
Motherfucker.
Oh, yes, Reese. Whew.
So I only assume, like, after a gratuitously long, like arming sequence in which the entire barrel extends directly against the forehead of the fucking thing.
Is it felling 3?
It is. It is proven 4, felling 3.
Okay. Let me just fucking...
And tearing.
Yep.
So let's see if we can do one better. Yes, we can.
So,
That's 50 damage.
um,
Remove Limbus.
You did 45 damage in that one shot to this boy,
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ.
which,
that is
as you send a shrieking bolt of an anti-material of your fucking anti-armor round into his arm, it just explodes in a shower of gore, and this thing just tumbles down, wailing a little bit as it just falls to the floor.
Okay. So
The
it tells
deep
me
boy.
they're gonna know that I'm here.
Yes.
And as an action, free action, hotshot las pistol, I hold it at chest height to Jane. Have fun.
Yeet.
Mm-hmm.
Here, have a weapon that can actually penetrate their armor.
As an aside on that front, so I'm looking at the weapon types, and there is reliable, recharge, and razor sharp that all have the same indicator letter.
Again, G-dubs and associate companies really like the same words and letters all the time.
Now the question is the chain fist I've got reliable or razor sharp?
It won't be reliable because it's a melee weapon.
Yeah.
Which means razor sharp. So if I score 3 or more degrees of
Actually, wait, no,
success,
I just mean rending.
but if rending,
be.
that means I get to roll double for damage,
That's tearing.
That's tearing.
or roll.
Rending
Rending
is just the damage type.
of damage. Yeah.
Yeah, running would be the damage type.
This game uses too many of the same word to mean different things.
Okay, if it's reliable, it's usually gun.
Yeah, that makes
guns
sense,
jam.
but it's that thing of.
I'll check.
Because I've been checking, so I was going, what does that R mean?
Be
I'm
more
derailing
concerned-
things again.
be more concerned about the L that everyone in this room will soon be holding. if any of these things get into close combat with us.
Okay, Pasta, this boy next to you
Oh.
is going to all-out attack you with this poison blade. He's just going to draw a little blade from his sheath and just swing it with as much force as he can into you.
Our match chain blade, by the way, is rending with
See what I
tearing
can do.
and pen 3.
Oh shit.
So it's
You
a
may
range.
either parry or doge, depending on what's better for you, I suppose.
I'm actually gonna try to parry.
Do you have the parry skill trait?
Yeah. I got trained.
In that case, you may make the parry with a additional +10 modifier for using a balanced weapon. Melee weapon in your hand.
Yes.
Oof. Oh, what happened there?
Wait, what?
Yeah, the DC was really high. Check that again.
Well, what? Okay. Let's
I
try that
think
again.
you rolled
Plus
too
10.
much on the buff. That's probably
No.
what happened.
He wrote plus
Plus
10 in the modifier.
Oh yeah, fuck! I fucked up. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it doesn't like it when you do that for some reason.
Nah, I fucked that
Calculate
up.
the numbers then.
You...
Well.
Oh well.
Oh,
So
shit.
if you take the original roll, that's 95 out of 61.
You have a good parry, Ziv. You could probably go into a duelist build in the future, which is kind of hilarious for a Nurgle guy, but it'd be pretty good.
Hey,
Well,
don't
for
say
what
that.
that's
They do have the scythes.
Yeah.
I remind you that big fat dudes with good parry skills is literally my entire martial arts career. I'm throwing people across rooms.
You narrowly try to
Unbalanced
parry him,
function.
but it just slips past your guard, and he will deal damage. Oof. I'm not going to do the crit because he's not a particularly special guy, so... so
And they're
yes.
poisoned.
Let me just see, where did he hit you? 32. Unfortunately, I believe that's the body.
And I don't even have the
You don't have
armor
any armor
modifier
on body
anymore.
at the moment. Yeah. So, you suffer 11 damage minus by your toughness bonus.
11 minus my toughness bonus. Oh, I'm at minus. Let's
Right.
see. Minus. Okay. 11 minus 4, and then minus the 3 I got in health. That's minus 4. I'm at minus 4 health.
Okay. -4 to the body. That was the same result that affected the other boy. Blow opens up a long wound and target's torso, causing him to double over in terrible pain. Target suffers from blood loss and is stunned for 1 round.
Who got the oof?
I got oofed.
So yeah, I'll just put the stun counter on your guy for you so I can keep track of it.
Hey, at least I'm closer to Nurgle. I got my guts going out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure that's a good thing, but
It definitely isn't.
I feel like these should be inside.
don't worry about it.
Okay, Pasta. That's his go. We now come to the rack. Over here.
Rack humanoid.
Oof.
Who's going to make the great yeet forward and charge? Ursula.
Oh dear.
Look on the bright side, it won't be a gang up bonus because his friend is Vapor.
Yep. Okay. He hits you. Would you like to use your reaction?
I would, if possible, to turn around and try and parry if that is an option.
Either parry or dodge, whichever you prefer think is best.
Dodge, I have trained, and is a higher step already. Let's try and dodge. Hey.
So, this guy just comes running towards you, blade held high, and you just kind of nimbly, like, oof, and he just kind of lunges past you. You take no hit.
Sorry, the mental image of all the racks making like Roblox oof noises when they do something wrong. Because they've all got like one voice box that they share between.
No,
like,
do you know
80
what I
of them.
picture? Because it's more grufty in Minecraft. Oof. Love that guy. Okay, poor Jane. What does poor dishevelled Jane wish to do?
She has been handed a hotshot las pistol.
Yes.
I think I have. I will use Ursula's profile for it because it's the same stat line, just a shorter range. I'm going to shoot the one attacking past her.
Sounds good. You're in point blank.
Bollocks.
Depends what kind of
What is
attack you want
difference
to
in
make.
stats.
Oh yeah, you don't have the stats for a hot shot. Hold on.
But I've got the stats for hotshot on the
I-
other profile.
You know what? I can roll the damage. Just
Okay,
It's
it's fine.
rolled.
Jane has the higher ballistic skill than Ursula, so I got this.
What?
Yeah, by
Your
like 2
apprentice is a
points.
better shot than you. Jesus.
Hey,
Yeah.
I never said that Ursula was meant to be good at being a heavy support. I just wanted to contribute.
Well,
most of the time with heavy support, it's just kind of point gun it in vague direction of enemy, hold down trigger.
Bill, is the pistol a semi or is it a single shot?
It's to mine.
Yeet. What's the penalty for shooting into the pastor combat?
-20.
Yeah, pastor's unconscious, but that's probably not going to help much.
No, it breaks off the combat.
Well, that's not going to be affected by the 4 difference in their stats.
Damn, son.
Plus 30 for point blank range.
Lasagna.
What?
Lasagna.
That's what it's called from now on, lasagna.
Magnificent.
Yeah, that -20 for shooting into combat really yeeted my the bonus for being.
You
next
would
to
have
them.
missed even if because I was thinking because he's stunned, it probably isn't relevant, but
Yeah, it's.
it still would have been a miss.
It would be 10 shy. That's fine. Jane. Quarter ammo usage.
Did she not aim?
Yep.
Just doing some.
Yeah, all my characters have really low ballistic abilities.
Okay. Jane tries her best, but overcome with the pain and discomfort of having fucking all the shit on
No
her
shit
torso
on.
just burned away. Doesn't quite manage to land the hit. And now, as we come to a new turn, let's see who's actually in the room. Voss can definitely do it actually because he's peeking. Ziv can't at the moment. Could you guys make awareness checks? Gren, Bill, and Skog.
For who in my case?
Is this going to happen again? Am I going to be the only person to fail this, despite having the highest perception in the party by far?
Most likely.
Yes,
Ooh.
apparently I am.
Oh boy. Is this a curse? Who cursed you this time, Bill?
Please draw your attention to the left side of the room as you see a somewhat familiar figure emerge from the other end of the room.
It's Evil Santa.
Oh no.
You don't quite clock him at first, but then you look at the face and you're like, yeah, that's him. As you see the form of Xyler Winter looking, well, he's looked in better days. He's not wearing his usual robes. In fact, he's basically stripped to the waist at this point, like his torso is fucking got nothing on it. You see a few burns and cuts on him, a few
Does he at least
scabs.
have skin?
However, he still has his sort of, he's got this pallid, greyish sort of flesh. You see many like plugs and sort of imports around various parts of his body. He's mostly like not overtly augmented. A lot of his augmentations are kind of, beneath the skin kind of thing deal.
I can appreciate his craftsmanship from a distance.
Mm-hmm. And there is this kind of fine sheen over parts of his skin that gives it this sort of weird metallic texture. Like some of it's he's got like artificial skin grafts and so forth, by the looks of it. Besides all the cuts and burns, though, he looks still his kind of genial self. And you notice carefully, as you see him, lots of blood splattered across his torso and trousers.
Something tells me that's not his.
It is not, as you can tell.
Because it's the wrong colour for a start. If he's at that level of Mechanicus, his blood is almost pure black.
It'll have some interesting fluids mixed in, yeah, but also Mechanicus blood.
I want to think about those interesting fluids.
It should be noted that I've changed my personal soundtrack to XCOM Give It To You by DMX, and it really does set the scene.
And as he enters the room and surveys what's going on, he just kind of exclaims, "You miss me, my friends." He kind of chokes a bit as he says this, but he's still in a pretty clear voice. And he is now going to roll initiative as he enters the room.
A challenger appears.
Fucking the Super Smash Bros. Intro just goes, Magos.
They're all here.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's here.
The gang.
Mortal Kombat.
You went for a completely different.
Okay, we now come to Johanna's go.
Right. More drugs.
Right on that, yeah.
You've taken the Fallout lesson to heart. You pump yourself more narcotics.
So, I will be taking a stim. So, time to stab a stim into my chest.
I mean, the arm
good
works
stuff.
too.
The chest is more sensitive.
Oh god.
That's neither here nor there. As I think the currently present most medically trained character, I would exercise caution
You
and or
literally-
restraint, depending on what you were into.
I guess.
And then,
yeah, go on.
And then I guess I'll fuck it. I think I'm committed to this at this point.
Uh-oh. It's never a good
What is-
thing to hear from a psyker.
Wait, hold on. How close are you at the moment?
2.
Vision. I can see you, therefore this is danger close.
Oof.
The uplifting primer clearly states that danger close is 200 meters. Or wherever the commissar says it is, whichever is closer.
I need to make use of this blue fire while it counts.
Go ham.
You know what? Yeah.
We didn't become chaos fucking heretics just to go by half measures.
I'm going to Johanna is going to look the guy in the eyes. Give him a half-mad, crooked smile. I'm just going to breathe into her lungs and release another pushed psychic scream.
Oof. I huff and I puff and I blow your house down.
He agreed we wouldn't do this.
Why have you done this?
Mother.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Okay, well, wait, hold on. Wish me luck.
No, you.
Oh boy!
Okay, I'll resolve the doge and the damage after we've resolved the perils.
Yeah.
I feel the warp overtaking me.
It is a good pain.
This was a mistake.
Oh no!
Oh, this is good. Blood rain! A psychic storm erupts, covering an area of 5d10 meters, in which everyone must make a challenging strength test or be knocked to the ground.
Well, I think someone is already on the ground.
In addition to the howling winds and the sky raining blood, any
Wait, which list are you using?
perils.
Yeah?
Oh right,
which-
are you rolling twice to pick the best on phenomena?
No, that's only on the psychic focus roll. What I'm asking is, which book are you using for psychic phenomena?
The Black
book.
Crusade one.
Really?
Yep.
It says blood. Oh yeah, blood train. Okay. You didn't say the name. Sorry.
In addition
May have cut out.
to the howling winds and the skies raining blood, any psychic powers used in the area automatically invokes Perils of the Warp for 1d5 rounds.
Someone give this bitch a gun before she kills us all.
I'm gonna say that doesn't trigger this round, because that would be autistic.
Bitch blood cannon.
But after this, let me roll the 1d5.
And
2 rounds. So for 2 more rounds, any powers used will automatically invoke
And-
Perils of the Warp. In addition to any psychic phenomena those powers cause, the Psyker gains 1d5 plus 1 corruption points. Would you like me to roll, or do you want to roll?
I'll roll that.
1d5 plus 1. 2. Okay. Just
There's a good reason to call
it's not
me,
bad. Surprisingly not very corrupt from that.
I've done worse. Woo!
Okay, everyone in the party except for Voss and Jane make a neutral strength test.
Get fucked.
Can you do that if you're actively
You're already
unconscious?
stunned past us, so no.
So
You
it's
don't
not
have to
Jane
roll
today.
either. So just
Just
you.
gonna
and-
roll out of combat up against the wall and kind of flop there for a bit.
You are knocked prone.
So
May
So
I
the
will just twist your
winds-
token.
So the winds I rolled last turn just got stronger.
Okay, we'll resolve the dodge and damage and so forth, then we'll see if both you and Gil are knocked to the ground.
it smells bad in here now.
Oh boy.
Worse, probably.
Where the fuck is Gilnar?
Oh shit! Sorry. No, sorry. I'll help clean that out so it's sanitary afterwards. This is my mess.
How much damage? She didn't roll damage, did you? No.
I haven't rolled damage yet. No,
Okay. Let's see. 19.
I haven't rolled damage yet. No.
Okay. Roll it for me just so I can get an idea of how powerful your attack was.
Okay, one moment.
I may allow you some chip damage as I've allowed with Voss in the past, so.
That's a.
Okay, the crit doesn't apply for this thing because he did succeed on his dodge. Let's see. I will permit 8 damage. So he does manage to dodge most of your attack, but he does take still a blast from this because, again, you've caused perils and just caused more bad shit to happen, so your attack was pretty fucking strong. You still managed to chip him for a bit more. Okay, now please roll your strength, as will he. See if you both get knocked to the floor by all this bullshit.
Nope.
Fuck. And you are both sent crashing to the floor.
Tumbling downs.
And I will now roll for the other boys. Jesus. All these boys now tumbled to the floor. Oof. Xyler Winter, though, manages, just as he makes his entrance, the sky just starts raining blood, and he's kind of, oh shit, and just backs off into the doorway for a moment. And you just
I ain't about this shit.
Oh shit.
Sorry. Sorry.
Whoa. Yes, like that. Whoa.
Bruh.
Whoa.
Just. Bruh.
What?
Okay, he's going to leap up. Sorry if this is a little immersion breaking, but how badly damaged are you the minute, Grint?
On a scale of 0 to 13, I am 23.
Oof.
How does that even work?
Son.
I have no fucking clue.
Are you like inside out or something?
Well, I'll put it this way. You know the blood that's raining from the sky? It's coming from my
yours.
body. Yeah, it's mine.
Okay. He is going to turn over to where, after seeing you get knocked to the floor in pain somewhat after that, he manages to do his little fucking ninja leap up, as many Elfirs can do.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to take a stroll over here and say, "You should be in your cell, Doctor." And he's going to draw a stinger pistol and shoot Xyler Winter.
Your fault for standing too close to the psyker.
Makes the oath big.
He hits. See if Winter dodges. Winter sadly tries his best to dodge, but just gets clipped by the stinger round. And now, let's see what this thing does. Let's have a look. Okay. Basically, he fires the pistol at Winter, but the shot just impacts his chest and just kind of sticks into him, and you kind of hear this clink, for those of you nearby, as it hits a piece of metal beneath his skin, which you suspect, exactly like that, is a form of subdermal armor that he is wielding, and he seems to be suffering no ill effects, as this viciously poisoned barb just plinks into him, but doesn't seem to do much. And Winter just kind of looks down on it and kind of smiles slightly and looks back up at the homunculus. Damn, son. Okay,
no,
now.
Can't really do a lot.
Ziv, no, you can pop yourself up. Yeah. You are now no longer stunned.
Okay.
You may hop yourself up.
Feel free to step on this Eldar's neck.
You have one half action left.
Even though I'm dying, right?
You are suffering from blood loss, so please make me a 1d100 roll. I may roll it, or you may roll it. It's up to you.
I can roll it. 1d100.
Yes.
We're all going to die, Patrick.
You do not die from blood loss. You do not bleed out.
Nice.
Not
So-
dying.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna try to cut him.
Yeet.
Got the motherfucker.
Okay.
And since it's a half action, that's no aim.
Yep.
Standard.
However,
Balance doesn't have a difference here, right? Only in parry.
only in parries. You also get an additional +10 when you get to the end for hitting a prone opponent with a melee weapon.
Okie doke.
Dab.
Please roll your damage.
Okay. And guessing Flesh Render still works, so... Okay. First one looked pretty good.
Okay. You just, as you pick yourself up, you just bring Gut Cleaner down onto his fucking torso and just sort of impale him, and just blood starts splurring out everywhere as the chain just rips parts of his organs, internal bits out. It's quite messy as you just shove
Just
this
seeing him
blade into his
struggling to
torso.
like get on top of him. Just
Yeah, if you want to be thematic about it, sure, yeah.
It's good.
As Ziv enjoys
Nice.
himself. Oof. We now come to this Rax go. He's gonna pick himself up and move himself towards Ugrin.
Oh,
Oof. Okay, Ursula's go. Ursula,
So-
do you have leap up as a talent?
I do not believe I do. One moment. Let me check the list. Traits and talents. No.
You do not have the Great Yeet.
So I am on the floor, which presumably gives me a negative to hit if I'm slashing at the guy who is also on the floor. Can we just have a floor-based fight?
This is one of those
Before
weird
combat.
things that isn't exactly covered by the rules. I'm gonna say, because you're both on the floor, and you're presumably using a wrist blade, you can hit him with no penalty if you want to stay on the floor.
Just lay the chainsaw across the ground and let it drag you towards him.
Damn, son. Would you like to use a fate point?
Nah, I don't think this fight is going badly enough yet.
Are you sure about that?
Should
Me,
never say that.
anyway.
Never say those words out loud.
Hey, last fight by this point, I was on like minus a hit point. Was that the fight before? Yeah, I think without getting up, there's not much I can do, and getting up is likely to provoke attacks.
well, I can say one thing about this episode. It's demonstrated what happens if you get the Psycho riled up.
Demonstrates the importance of standing beside a door with good cover.
Yes,
Yeah.
that too.
Bring your own door
Demonstrate.
with you.
Why you do not
Don't tempt me, I've done that
follow-
in the past. I had a barbarian who was obsessed with stealing doors.
This is the reason you never follow a psyker in going out of cover.
I was going to say that's I forget the bogeyman. Was it the bogeyman or is it the Sandman in Oh shit! No, it's not. It's the one I can never even try and pronounce from Discworld that goes to Beers. The one who brings his own door.
Hodor?
No.
Oof.
Discworld. I forget the exact character now. I think they're a banshee. Either way.
Regardless. We now come to Zyla Winter. who's gonna
Excite.
headlong charge at the homunculi who has treated his patients very badly.
Cripple fight!
Let's have a look.
Wait, I should remember that because that's from like Reaper Man, right?
I think it's later than Reaper Man. I think it's Men at Arms.
Reef Man, you're thinking of Build or Death's
Yeah.
like upper percent.
Winter gives it a good go, but
Yeah.
he just
Death as
narrowly
Builder.
misses the slippery Eldar. Lost Ballard.
Okie dokie. This motherfucker's upright, correct?
Yep.
Not for much longer. Aim, pop with the heavy rifle. Not the bunker buster, just the heavy rifle.
Yeah.
That would be the meaning of overkill to wheel out the fucking howitzer.
Yep.
Okay.
Ruby.
Yeet. Please roll the damage because this guy actually roll me a stealth check, Bill.
Okie dokie.
For your usual gizmos for bonuses and so forth.
Yep, that's a 12. He takes a minus 30. So he needs to roll a 6.
Okay. Alright, just make your shot in that case.
Okay, the shot was is this? Let's roll that damage. Okay. Hang on, that's not good. That's not actually correct. That is, in fact, because I've still got the man stoppers put in, so it's pen 8, damage 8.
Damage 8. Key. Alright. He takes 4 damage.
Oh, hang on, before I forget.
Oh, yeah, the
Accurate. I for instance, was saying, I remember it not being possible for me to roll this low. Oh yeah, accuracy.
Yup. So that somewhat mediocre shot just turned into an epic shot thanks to the accuracy roll. And he instead takes 15 damage. So yeah, you just blow a nice hole straight through one of his legs. I believe, or it's the body. It's the body, actually. Never mind. Anyway, this rack is now dead. This rack is fallen, and he can't quite get up.
Operation Racky Freedom.
He's going to return the favor and try and slash you. He's going to stay on the floor and try and slash you. And he misses. Okay, poor Jane. What would Jane like to do?
Okay.
I
Jane is
suggest
alive.
walk up, pop.
Yeah, I don't. What melee weapon does she have again? Probably carrying a power maul.
Let's say, like usually a shock maul.
Yep, shock maul. She should be slightly more effective with the pistol. So I'm going to step to here and attempt to pop them in the skull. So no aim as I've moved. Point blank. semi-automatic, and +4 because it is Jane doing this. Woo.
Okay. Roll your damage for the Lazagana.
Yep, it's the same damage. I just get less hits, I believe. Is it 2?
2 hits.
Semi-automatic.
Okay. Alright. In total, a nice, well-placed burst of powerful lasfire. He takes 12 damage.
Yeet. Mitigate that, you can.
Oh, Johanna.
Right then. Will it get an attack against me if I use half action to stand up?
No.
Then I will take a half action to stand up.
Yeet.
Lesson 1 in How Not to Be Seen. Do not stand up.
Who said I didn't want to be seen?
Oof.
Being a bit exhausted at this point.
Was there still high on heroin?
Oh, she's high on multiple points. Perhaps the truck is still. I think 3 at the moment. She'll look at the enemy in front of her, say, "No, I'm not fighting you at the moment." And she'll just whip him.
Oof.
Grish
Whip him good.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So that's no aim. That is a standard.
Yeah, just a standard, pretty much.
Do I get a modifier?
Nope.
Miss.
Oof. The Tesla special. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. You try to
Oh, well.
slap him around with a whip, but you just narrowly miss him with it.
That was such a bad moment until he missed.
Take that, dog. Oh, it seems he's taken that. Okay.
Well, he might. I mean, he's free to attack me. I only have one method of dodging anyway.
It's not his go, so you're
Yeah.
alright.
I know.
Yeah.
But when his go comes, he's free to attack me.
Oh yeah.
I'm so fucked already anyway.
Gilnar, somewhat enraged by Winter's presence, is going to make an all-out attack on Winter.
Oh no. Aye.
Now, let's return to Winter, who is going to doge. However, Winter, something interesting about some of these NPCs you've met. They are touched by fate. So Winter uses one of his fate points.
There's very little improved by fate.
He does just manage to avoid the flesh gauntlet as it punches towards him. Just narrowly avoids a strike to him, to one of his arms. Okay, we now turn to Ziv.
Yeah. Okay. Thinking I'm gonna try. Just gonna see how far I can go, walking wise. Actually, I'm gonna If that's, or do I have to roll again? Actually, to check if I bleed out.
Yes. You
Yes.
do until you actually treat the blood loss.
Just gonna make sure that's clean.
Yeah, it's just one.
1d100.
Oof.
I'm a very lucky man.
Yes. I always fucking cringe when people have to make blood loss rolls. It's such a nasty rule.
Okay.
So to the side, you were standing next to the medic.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for this guy. Wait, actually, can I? I'll do it later. Okay, I'm gonna try to hit this guy.
Yep.
And
You
that's
get your
no
standard
aim.
and another +10 for hitting a probe target.
Yep.
As you just finish
Kick
off
him.
these guys' execution spell. You get +5 for custom groups. So you hit him. Roll your
That's
damage.
good. That's damn good. Still got flesh render.
Yeah.
Going for the 11.
Once again, much like the time before, you just casually plunge a blade into him and gore just splurts out everywhere. Sadly, some of it seems to land on Ursula, much to her somewhat discomfort.
And he finishes by saying, "My body has become an offering to Khorne.
Ooh, okay.
I am a vessel of Nurgle. By the Chaos Gods, we shall have victory."
Okay then.
Feeling my shtick.
Okay, I will make notes of this, Pasta, because this may gain you some blessings from the gods. As you entail this, as you make very gruesome executions of your blade. Okay. We now turn to this racked, who is going to attempt to plunge a blade into Joanna.
Would be the first bloke to try.
Damn son.
Let's see if he gets something soft and squishy or rows of teeth.
Concern.
Hey, I'm technically a human.
I will attempt to dodge.
Yep.
Which you don't know what that means.
Yep, it's time for the... Oh no, this is going to generate perils, fuck's sake. Ooh.
You don't know what this means. Fuck it, might as well push them.
Yep.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Well, it's not going to change anything.
Da, 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 da.
Say where the fox goes, what the IRS knows.
Okay, you do dodge, which is good.
That-
However, please roll on the phenomena. I'm gonna be nice, just roll on the phenomena table.
Sucky phenomena table.
Yeah.
I would have to roll on that anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it means when it says warp, because that seems quite harsh, like in automatic
No,
notes.
I do believe it means perils of the warp, man.
Roll on the
This-
phenomena. Let's just,
Okay.
Just...
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all.
Oh, okay. 27 on the perils chart. Locked in.
Oh, hee.
The power cages the Psyker's mind in its ethereal prison, tormented by visions of the warp. The Psyker
Oh,
falls
good.
to the
It's
ground
fucking
in a
Bird Man again.
catatonic state. Each round
Excuse me?
thereafter, he must spend a full action to make a difficult -10 willpower test. On a success, his mind is freed and restored to his body, haunted by his experience, but otherwise unharmed.
You were in a literal glass cage of emotions.
Yeah. That's that boy's go done. So basically,
So
when it comes
I
to your
step-
turn, yeah, you'll need to. You fall to the ground as well, sadly.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I step, and then I fall concussed and have 1,000-yard stare into the ceiling.
Yeah, you're basically tormented by Burb Man again, Crow of Judgment.
To everyone else, it just looks like the rack reached out and missed you, and like it's like cutting strings on a marionette. You just hit the floor like a sack of shit.
What the fuck?
Okay, Ursula.
Ma, the psych is doing weird shit again.
Cool. I am currently alive. The guy in front of me appears to be dead. I am going to. I can act diagonally, can't I?
Yes, you may move.
I'm going to attempt Medicae on the rather oozing ball bag faced man next to me.
Okay. Do you have a medikit?
Yes. Yes,
that
we
was one
agreed
last
this in the
session.
previous event.
Make a Medicaid check at plus 20.
Ooh,
Can I
plus
help him?
20.
Yes, you may assist Basta.
Nice.
Yep, you can.
Hey,
put
you
some
stopped
wound
blood
wounds in
loss.
for
You,
me.
you clean the wound
Same.
out very quickly and put some field dressings over it. Right now, no longer bleeding.
Huzzah!
Same modifier or?
You'd have to roll. It's you literally just give him bonuses on the roll.
You suggested that the med kit was 4 uses, or is this one less as it's
It's
Hatched
still
together.
not much of a help.
For now, don't worry. I will keep note of the med kit.
Cool.
So.
who's gone? Is that that's my full round's action, isn't it?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. I like how you do that while on the floor.
Hey, look, the patient came to me, okay?
Yep. Okay, Mr. Winter.
Thanks, by the way. I was thinking of trying to do something about it next round. but
I mean, I'm
thankfully
trying to
lost your hand.
specialize into being a medic, even if
Yeah.
it's really like haphazardly.
Thank fuck you had a medipack, because I was all out.
It's like Battlefield. It's like Bad Company 2 medics, where they kind of specialize in shooting people with M60s and hitting people with defibrillators as a weapon, and have a sideline in healing people.
Okay, Winter's getting pissed off that this fight has just been really slapsticky and he's going to try and roll again.
And immediately steps on a banana peel at this rate.
Whoop.
Hit with the battlewood chair.
He hits this time. Let's see if Gilnar manages to doge.
Wait, this is just Mago Winter versus Dark Mago Winter.
Yep. It's the battle
fair,
of the
both-
century.
They are both Darth Magos'
Yes.
bad guy.
Fucking
Imagine.
hell. Again, this combat has been very flaccid. It just dodges again. Like, such an epic setup, and then they just don't hit each other.
It's like the first few fights of like one of the old kung fu movies. where everyone's
Yes,
just
it's
leaping
like it's
through
the
the air at
build up
each other,
as
but
they
no
keep
one's actually
parrying and
getting-
smashing each other, yeah. Okay, Voss Ballard.
Oh, why can I never operate with people who are normal? And I'm going to. Okay. Oh, my thought's unconscious.
Are you
gonna
saying
pop
that
him
the
again.
2 different types of cat girl and the guy with a ballsack for a face aren't normal? Fucking big.
I'm saying that Voss cries himself to sleep every night over this very fact.
I like how it's basically become canon that he has a bull face.
Hey, Richless draws the cannon. That's how this
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. We don't really have a choice there.
Yeet.
Rip.
Oof. Alright. Yeah,
Goodbye any hope of
you
humanizing.
place a nice clean shot right through his leg, and the leg is no longer there.
Someone please kill that fucking homunculi.
It's all up to you, Jane. Complete the mission.
Who is... Yeah, I don't have the negative. I do not have the shot.
That's quite a talk.
You could
I
move.
also
Ooh,
have
God
a
damn it.
single hit point, and I'm using a borrowed weapon.
2, 3. What's her agility? 3?
I think so, yeah.
She can move there and take a shot.
Come on, Jane.
Could you remind me of the range on a hotshot lasgun?
I believe it's 30 meters.
It's either 20
Yeah,
or
'cause
30.
60 for that one, so that should be fine.
20 meters. It's 20. Because if it's got hot shot in its name, it's instantly got shit for range.
Yeah, because the hotshot lasgun's 60.
Sadly, it's not short range though.
I
You
can
mean
do a
the
full
half
move
tunnel
at
left?
8, so... I'm gonna move to this
Go
corner,
and guard the thought.
taking slight advantage of the cover, and then can I still do a full move and then shoot?
You have hip fire.
Unless you're hip fire.
Okay, I will attempt to once more yeet in their general direction.
Yeet.
So no aim. I'm actually gonna have to measure this. Just short range.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
Grand YouTube family.
Boy.
Pew.
Is it? We're getting into Baltech rules where, oh, you put a small laser. What do you intend to do with that? And it fires, and the beam just fills the screen.
Okay, let me have a look at him. Yeah, fuck it. Roll your damage. Let's see what you actually
How many
do.
times? I've got 3 shots.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, you know what? He is going to try and use his second dodge, I guess, since you're making multiple hits. One of these will
Dodge,
probably
getting
go
shot
through
in the
though.
spine.
One of these is probably going to go through those, so I wouldn't worry. His dodge is not very good compared to other Dark Eldar, believe it or not. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Make your full plethora of hits then, which is what semi-auto is just 2. Isn't it?
On Eldar.
Hmm.
When it sends.
5 and 9.
I don't think the 5 does anything. I'll double check.
Alright, it didn't send. It sends stuff on after that. Ignore it.
Oh god, you
Yeah,
keep
there
rolling.
he goes.
Oof.
Ignore the 11.
Okay. Do you get 3 shots?
Yep.
Hey, hold
I
on
think
one
so.
moment.
3? Or is it 2?
Hot is 2. Hot shot pistols only do 2.
Okay, ignore the last 2 then.
Oof.
9 for a pen of 7 and a 5 for a pen of 7. I'm guessing those lads have got toughness.
Yes, sorry about that. She puts a lot of effort into it and does manage to clip him for 2 damage with her 2 shots.
I have, I think, 6 more rounds firing before I have to reload. Which will be difficult, as I do not have the ammo.
We come to new turn of Johanna. You're gonna have to make a -10 willpower test as a full action to escape the prison of your mind.
Suicide then.
Oof.
What the hell's this Bill Y Baltech stacks?
All you need to know about the comments is the comment, this is the reason the clan invasion failed.
Jesus, that's loaded, that comment. Well done. Johanna is now free from the prison of her mind and is otherwise unaffected. However, that was a full action you need to take to do that.
Oof.
Which is probably for the best, because that means that horrible blood rain is worn off by now. When it comes next, you go, okay.
Oh, shit.
Who can say what Gilnar will do next?
Well, presumably you can.
Yes. He's going to resume the Battle of the Century, the fucking boxing match of all boxing matches.
Let's not dress it up as 2 nerds having a slap fight in the fucking medbay. I like to think they're just throwing random objects at each other.
Throwing citation papers and shit like
They're
that.
like fucking peer review notes and fucking like kidney trays and shit.
Oh, damn, son. It turns out fate points, and he missed this one.
Citation needed, you fucking nerd.
Okay. Motherfucker, I have so many stat blocks here on this thing. I have to scroll to find the right one again. Jesus.
find so
Oh
many
god, that
corpses.
is... Oh no, that was the wrong one. Fuck's sake. It's still pretty lame, actually. Okay, what does...
Two nerds, neither of whom have a weapon that is effective against the other, having an inaccurate slap fight in a
Yeah.
medbay.
They're very tough boys.
This is the ultimate expression of the two clerics fighting. Touch of death, pass my save. Harm, pass my save. Smite, pass my save.
Oof.
Just back and forth, just throwing out level 5 spell slots and doing nothing.
Okay, let's see. 14 minus 8. Okay. He manages to do a whopping 1 damage to Winter.
How
One
will we ever
damage.
recover?
Nice.
Mm-hmm. However, Winter will have to make a test. Yeah, could have been worse, could have been worse. And the blow doesn't do much damage to Winter physically, but it does manage to get some of that oozing liquid into some of his wounds. And he
It hurts his
seems to
feelings.
stagger a little bit as the poison starts to course through his system. However, he is a tech priest, a former tech priest of the biologist, so he's probably going to be alright considering the shit that's in his own system. Anyway, we now turn to Ziv.
Well, he's gonna charge.
Yeah!
Just about all we can do, really.
Break up the nerd fight.
Oof. Well, he's gonna get as far as he can by charging, and
I'll
then.
start bleeding to death again.
Well,
You've probably got
He's-
enough charge distance. Actually, what is your charge?
9, and I just
Oh.
moved 9.
Yeah, you
I could
not
do
quite
run,
make it, so
but
you're a bit of a slow
I
boy.
could do run, but then I can't charge the next round to try and also gut him.
If I might suggest something. Actually, no, you would run out of actions if you did that. But yeah, you could just run, I guess, and get close to him. It's
Yeah,
best.
but I'm not gonna do that yet, because now I have the perfect distance to gut him as I rush towards him. My next turn.
Good stuff.
On the bright side, I'm pretty sure all the acts are dead now.
Alright, Ursula.
You know what, guys? We've never captured a homunculus before. If we eat him now, there's not much he can do.
I can use my turn to stand up and move to Jane's side, I think is the limit of what I can do.
Civ is an active supporter of capturing that homunculi.
Could you imagine what our fucking Magos is going to do to it?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to sort of turn him inside out,
Yeah.
and then turn him inside out again.
So that really disturbing video of like they get the really nicely cooked rare steak, they run a knife around the inside and just turn it inside out in some horrific steak pocket. So why? What did you gain by doing that?
What did he
Having
mean by
it
this?
lightly cooked on 4 sides. Sounds really
I
sinister.
know Forex asked what would you even sacrifice a homunculus to? It's a
God,
good
no
question.
common decency.
You'd probably make it as an undivided offering, to be honest.
Yeah.
Or Slanesh,
TBH.
because it's Dark
No,
Elves.
no, no. You do it as a divided offering. You cut him into 4 pieces.
Yeah.
Civ would definitely
You just
try.
lob all his arms and you just fire him out into
mean,
space.
Slanesh
If-
would put on his sleeve, so.
I don't know.
Civ
We hand
gets-
him over to the captain to deal with. He likes Eldars.
If Civ gets his will, he's gonna try to sacrifice him to Normal.
Nurgle
fan of his
doesn't
work.
do normal sacrifices, you know?
Nah, but he's still a big fan of this book.
Slanesh, Zinch, the Emperor, whoever the fuck will take this ugly asshole, we send him into your care and you just fire him directly into the sun.
Yes.
Probably Slanesh in all honesty, but it's up to you guys if
Or
that, if
Slanesh
that
would
comes.
love to get his
Yeah.
their hands on them.
Z's.
Oof.
People who don't think that people who think 40k doesn't have inclusion have clearly never read the Book of Excess.
And they probably would never read it again.
To be perfectly honest, if it weren't for the fact all their offering rules are in there, I wouldn't read either.
It is a pretty degenerate book when you look at some of the artwork. That's...
Still better than the clown book for Zemi, see.
Regardless, Ursula, what would you like to do?
I've moved. I stood up and I moved next to Jane.
Oh yeah, that's what you can do. Fuck.
I don't think I have any further actions. I'm happy to take some, but
Nah, let me just see what Winter's got as his cybernetics. He's got a bunch of cool stuff. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay. He is once again gonna try and eat the homunculi. He's gonna aim. Standard. And he hits this time. Homunculi's uses reactions. Jesus Christ, son.
woo lad.
Yeet.
Oh boy. Yeah,
Oh
about
boy.
capturing him. I don't know if that's going to be on the table, I'm afraid. Because
So
that
it's
is in the
very
head.
The film will be on the table.
I softened him up for you.
Ooh, in the face.
That is in the
Oh.
head. Just one of his little blade
boy.
claws just retracts out and just cuts this fucking Eldar guy right in the face. He finally connects.
It's like when you see one of the xenomorphs with the good, like the tongue punching.
Yep.
I know it's a bad choice of words, but just tongue punches the fuck out of someone directly in the face.
The attack
Ow, my
slices
purple
across
hair.
one of the target's eye sockets, possibly scooping out the eye. He must make a routine toughness test or lose the eye. Chromatics can repair this. He also suffers perception damage. I won't bother with perception damage. I'm just going to do the...
Where you're going, you won't need eyes.
Okay, this is going to be fun.
Hey, I just stabbed you.
This is crazy. Here's my number. Okay. One of you, as a bit of fun, roll me a 1d2. One is left, two is right.
Let someone else do it.
2. It's
Both
unanimous.
times.
Yep. Xyler Winter just slashes him across his face, just ripping open, and one of his very delicate fingers just plucks out his eye, his right eye, and the Eldar just starts screaming in agony as this happens. Even a tough old homunculi doesn't like losing his eye. It's such a gruesome display.
You got an erection.
And now we resolve the damage, however. Okay,
Oh
that
boy.
ignores his armor. Okay. If you want to save this guy, you may need to make some Medicaid. Let me just check calculate damage there first. Okay. Oh, lad.
I mean, as your
Ooh,
vet.
lad. With a sound, not unlike a wet sponge being torn in half, the target's head flies free of its body and sails through the air, landing harmlessly 2d10 meters away with a soggy grunt.
I don't think a Medicaid check is gonna help that.
The target is instantly slain.
Well, we were worried about him losing his eyes.
So after he plucks out his eye, he just.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I like to think it's decapitation at eye level.
Oh,
Like, those really
Just
horrific
scoops
ones
up
you
the-
only get from like the kind of fractures you normally only get from like shovel wounds.
Jesus Christ.
One where that entire upper mandible just shears off from the rest of the skull.
Yeah, his head
So-
just flies off to that corner of the room there. It goes far. As just the blade tines and his fingers just fucking slice and clean off.
And to think, Ursula has a variant of that.
That's a terrible head, but I guess.
And the homunculi now lies dead on the floor. And I think
Yay.
combat is over.
Oh shit.
Good jobs. And as the body slumps to the floor, Zyla Winter's like, that was satisfying.
As combat essentially comes to an end, Johanna will just stumble towards Dillard,
And Sev is gonna go towards Winter.
and she'll begin trying to take off the straps.
You can
Ooh,
do
ooh.
that. You
So,
who managed to
Oh, yeah.
free Officer Dillard of the straps. He's still quite groggy, but he does kind of turn to you as you're untying him, and he's like, oh, darling, you turned up, eh?
are we still in narrative time?
Yeah, we're in narrative time now.
Oh, okay, I'm going to start first aiding people.
Yep.
How many times do I need to roll?
I'll come to that very shortly.
As
Luke.
yeah, I was just one last thing.
Yep.
All Johanna is going to do is she's going to hug Dillard.
Okay.
Hug. Embrace him.
Okay.
And then she's going to fall unconscious.
Oh.
Fucking blood loss. People can't deal with that, apparently. Casuals.
Damn son.
This is me willingly going unconscious because holy fucking shit. I'm so fucked at the moment.
Sev, damaged as he is, just walks up to Winter and just asks him, "What is this art? Can we learn this?"
The art, my friend. Takes a long time to learn the blade. Learn such artistry with the blade. But, yeah, if we survive this, I could show you.
It is the illegal butter knife.
However, I think we have more pressing matters right now. You look in not so good shape, yeah?
Yes, I think I'm done. And then it just collapses.
Motherfuckers.
What's the word I'm thinking of here? Melodramatic twats.
Yeah!
He was fighting for corn, now he's done.
so difficult. I'm gonna fall over now. Oh, I've lost all my blood. I'm gonna fall over now. Oh, I got repeatedly shot with a horrible acid.
Meanwhile, Voss is perfectly fine.
That's not true. I have a mild graze from the last one that didn't get. Sorry. Yeah, I've still got that fucking patched over blaster wound.
Oh yeah, that we
I'm
just
sorry.
put a
Well, I'm
plaster
sorry
on.
that
Which I walked off by my ass.
Well, I'm sorry that it was dramatically appropriate.
No, it was. Don't worry.
For my character to do that.
It can be dramatically appropriate, but still.
It was just kind of funny because then Pasta decided to do the same thing.
Yeah, stop ripping off my stick, man.
I mean, Pasta's on -4. To be fair, he's pretty.
Yeah,
One more hit,
I
he would
have
die.
I am a 23 out of 13.
Oof.
So you're minus 13 hit point.
Wait, you're minus
That's
13.
minus 10. Then.
You should
Ew.
technically be dead, but let's not get into that.
Let's
because-
not pay too close attention
You're
to
the
how
Lord
you are
Witch.
technically dead.
You're the Dwarf Witch, you got your ways. I'm just a regular dude.
I've been completely honest about my current wounds. You're the one who has to point it out.
I know.
Stop-
That
stop
pointing-
pointing-
that
stop
homunculi
pointing-
hits like a fucking truck just with the flash gun.
Stop pointing to the bloodbath behind the fucking curtain.
Well, I got fucking
Leaking
-4.
out.
As everyone's having these conversations, Voss is just in the background with his power knife rooting through things in trails. Like, is this useful? I don't know. This looks useful.
I've seen one of these before, but what was it doing?
Okay, basic Ren as you collapse to the floor, mortally wounded. Dillard is gonna just gingerly place you on the table. He's pretty fucked up himself, but he's got enough strength to.
Can we
make you
just
somewhat
let, like,
comfortable.
the buff cat girl do the medical training on the people who are,
He's not gonna do a medical training. He's just gonna place her somewhere comfortable.
It's fine, guys. Just run up to your friend who's been punched directly in the skull by the largest man you've ever seen, and just waggle his broken skull around some more. I'm sure this will go swimmingly.
Basically, then Dillard turns to the homunculi and kind of looks to the Magos and is like, sorry, Magos, do you mind for a moment? And he's like, no worries, my friend, do what you wish to do. And
Are they gonna fuck? They're gonna fuck.
Dillard
That would be negative to the situation.
is
I
going to
don't think Dillard
violently
is.
kick the corpse away over here, and he's just going to spit on it, piss on it, and just do awful things to the body. As this is going on, as he violently desecrates the homunculi's corpse, he's going to...
All you hear is
Pasta, he's going to perform Medicae on you. You may
Who's
assist
doing
him.
what on who? I was intended to do the Medicae on the fellas.
I suppose I can assist, yes. No modifier, correct?
You don't need to roll. I will account for it.
Oh yeah, I was thinking just to assist. Hey.
Put in the ass and assist.
That's pretty good. Six. Zev, he restores you to 2 wounds.
2 wounds, nice.
Takes you out of crit and puts you in heavily wounded.
It's something.
He's gonna just carefully walk past Dillard's desecrations. And and turns to you, Skog, and he goes, Fräulein, how are you doing?
I am perfectly fine. People may have cucked me out of my kills, but they also cucked me out of getting damaged, so I am good to go. I will fix up the people who I am qualified to fix.
Please assist me over here. I'm not quite as spry as I usually am.
Understandable.
Okay,
Also,
you
I'm going
assisting.
to rummage amongst the bodies to find Jane something to wear.
Yeah, because she's literally in the kind of fucking Goblin Slayer thing of her torso's just completely fucking exposed right now, so yeah, probably for the best you cover up with some.
Ow, my titty.
all of you put some fucking clothes on.
Speaking of corrosive shit, Can I try to repair my armor?
Also,
yeah,
I
that's
just
a
want
point
to remind
past.
everyone that it's still raining blood.
Not
Yeah,
used to that.
I'm
Oh.
wearing a helmet, it's fine.
it
Wiping the
will
blood
wear
the
off
visor.
very shortly, so don't worry.
Okay, so Zyla got what, a 14 out of 95. How much of that is based off of us helping?
Hold on a sec. That was for pasta.
That's fast. Because I rolled an initial Medicaid of 32 for.
Please roll, because Zyler does an alright job, but you feel like he's a bit
Busy.
tired and fatigued. Yeah, he's busy, but he's kind of missed a few areas that he could patch
Any
Gren
modifier?
up with. Modifier plus 20 because you got a med kit. Plus 30, in fact. You got a med kit and.
Okay, that's 19 out of 90 then.
What's your in bonus?
Int bonus 5.
Okay.
I'm almost as good when he's helping as he is.
Gren, you are also recovered to 2 wounds.
I recover how many?
Basically 12 if you're calculating it the other way around.
This is not intended as ritualist bait, but I am going to take Jane over to presumably some kind of eye wash station and use it to hose down her torso.
That is probably for the best.
Potentially a decontamination shower if one is available.
There are.
I got hit by that stuff as well, so.
Oh god.
I might
do 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 do. Fuck's sake.
Let's put that on, boys.
Okay, yep, you can
find
take-
out that Jane is aggressively straight.
Yep. She probably is, to be quite honest with you.
No, this is where we find out that Jane's allergic to cats.
Oh, that'd be
Like aggressively and like semi-lethally allergic to cats.
Right, this is that modifiers, Medicaid test for Jane. And I will find her some spare armor. Because there's no point trying to repair a piece of armor that's gone.
I will say there's plenty of gear kicking around, because remember, you've had a bunch of Imperials in here.
Oh yeah,
that their
we've got
bio-
plenty of gear, just not here.
Yep, you can go. There are some, like lockers and shit, and some of the other offside
We can find
ones.
something as a
Yeah.
temporary measure.
Anyway, for Jane, what's Jane's current like wounds? How's she doing?
Sorry?
What's Jane's current damage on? Like, how many wounds she got left?
1.
She got 1 wound left. Okay.
She is not a happy bunny.
She recovers 4 wounds.
Hey.
Oof.
Weird furry shower
Yep.
things.
So yeah, you wash her down and give her a new shirt to wear.
Yep.
Let's see what else needs to be done. Who else was really fucked up? Were you fucked up, Skog, or did you not take that much damage?
Nope, Ursula took 0 damage. Ursula was the one dealing the damage today.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, in 2 episodes, I've not been hurt yet. Touch as wood.
Okay. As Ziv and Pastor are chilling out on the bed, Dillard leans back against the table he was on. He doesn't lie down on it, he just kind of leans on it. And gestures to you, Voss. And he's like, my lord over here, I've got some info you're gonna need if you lot are gonna secure the ship.
As I'm walking, I'm just reloading.
That's fair enough. And he says, alright, sir. Xenos secured the bridge initially in the attack. It dragged me and the other lads down here for interrogation.
Nudge, nudge, wing, wing, say more.
I think you know what happened after that. I believe they captured the dock here a while afterwards too. And as he's saying this, interleans over and is like, Yeah, they captured me with those web guns. Pretty nasty stuff, but I managed to break myself free, as you could see. I also have some presents for you, gentlemen, ladies. When you are all ready to move out, I'll quickly show you before you secure the bridge.
Tech marine noises in distance.
Dylan's like, right, good stuff, good stuff. Anyway, Voss, Xenos leader's on the bridge with his fucking honor guard, bodyguard, I guess.
Nowhere enough much longer.
Are we dealing with an Archon or a war chief? Do you know?
Well, these seem to be Drukari. They don't seem to be. Doesn't seem to be an Archon. Seems more like middle management, so to speak. Some.
Great, we've got the T
I heard
boy.
him talk to me. He's some kind of spoiled noble twat from the Cabal. I will say though, I noticed this might help you when you go meet him. He seems to be in a bit of a desperate pickle, much like we were. His ship, when I saw it finally on the scanners as they attacked the bridge, seems to be quite damaged, like ours. Might give you an edge, I don't know. They seem to be here by necessity rather than choice.
As Civ sits there, can he just reload his bolt pistol?
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Voss gets that look in his eyes, the way that all people who love hijacking vehicles look when they're told there's something extremely expensive and nice nearby that has the keys left in the ignition.
Deja vu.
And he's like,
I've been in space before.
if you'll excuse me, I need to go recover my gear. Because bear in mind, this guy's like, Dillard's basically wearing almost nothing. His body's just covered in burns and shit from the fucking the substance they used. So he's not too hot either, so he needs to go recover his stuff.
You don't have to bring his looks into this.
Oof.
Oof.
Yeah, it's just about flavor text, you know.
Somehow I feel like if you said that in a burn ward, it wouldn't go down too well. Just a bit of flavour text, fine. And why is he throwing that fire extinguisher?
He's gonna recover his shit and sit in one of the more intensive care beds at the back. Gren,
Yes.
after about 20 minutes, half hour of winter, just checking on you both. You both are awake. You're still feeling somewhat feverish. You know, you've got fucking a high temperature and so forth. All the drugs still
And the fire.
in your system.
Oh yeah.
But you are now once again awake as Dylan's like, yeah, you are back with us, Fräulein. You've taken quite a few doses of the substance, yeah. Maybe for the best. It was quite a situation, yeah.
Some kind of blood transfusion would probably be required. Or at least scraping it off the walls and like pouring it back in.
So yeah, Gren, you now suffer the withdrawal effects of the drugs.
Yes. Let's see now. It's under. There we go. Drugs. So first of all, blue fire does not have any withdrawal effects aside from the potential +1 corruption. However, it is massively expensive.
Yep.
And that was the only one I had. So no more of that.
It was quite a tactical use of the drug, to be honest.
I'd argue that as pure as it might be, the potential of exploding into a gigantic monstrosity is a pretty high withdrawal price.
It is. But it's over now.
I mean, who hasn't spontaneously burst into a giant eagle? Everyone's doing it.
Let's see. -20 penalty to agility and perception tests for 1d5 hours.
I will roll that.
Ooh.
To be fair, I wouldn't worry about this too much because you've basically got one more encounter to go for this prologue, so it may nerf you a bit, but
I have a question though. What happens if you have 0 toughness?
you
Effectively.
die.
Well, good thing it's not a.
Permanent effect.
Yeah. Characteristic damage is not permanent.
Good thing it's just a -20 to the tests and not to the stat.
Yes. That would be
So
horrific
currently-
if that was
Mhm.
characteristic damage.
The average guardsman would just explode into flames
Yeah.
from using it.
Let's see. So that is a -20 penalty altogether to agility, perception, strength. No, a -40 to agility. -20 to strength, toughness, and perception. For 1 hour on strength, toughness, and agility on one, and then 5 hours on agility and perception.
Jesus.
Yikes.
Okay.
I'm fucked.
Yep. You might want to skip this battle.
Yeah, Thingy is kind of hesitant about sending you Winter's Henson and Battlefields. He kind of mulls over where to give you more drugs to flush out your system and decides it's best not, considering how much shit you have in your system right now after running a diagnostic on you.
You are 50% drugs.
You'd be lucky to have any bones left.
What she's going to say as she's awake is, I feel like I should be in a lot more pain than I am at the moment.
I mean, I can
But-
help.
But also, I still have my leg, right? I can't really feel it.
Ja, for all I know, leg is still
Okay.
intact. You will feel quite a lot of numbness and usual sensations as the system tries to flush out the withdrawals. And you will feel
Okay.
somewhat feverish.
And the only last thing she's going to do is she's going to look to Voss and say, if it's all right, I think I'm going to sleep for a while.
Take what time you need.
I think I'll be leaving them with you, Doctor. Boss?
Let's go deal with our guests.
But
Let's
first,
get to it.
can we try and stop by the armory? Or at least the bunks?
Yes, I feel like that'll be the best port call. Luckily, we have some handy transports to get us there faster.
Okay, so
In
are
fact,
you...
I can do one better. He will whistle, and his bike will arrive. Before you ask, yes, I bought Vox Operation.
Oh god, this is Red Dead 2. You whistle your horse and it arrives.
Oh no, this is fucking Dante with his demon horse. Demon bike! Sorry.
He turns to you, Pasta, and is like, "My friend, if you wish to accompany your friends for a bit of backup, I won't stop you, but I'm not looking too good. If you wish to stay behind for some more care, you're welcome to."
My pain will only satisfy Corn.
Corn?
I think.
Not
Fucking soy boy.
Okay, and at this point, I will turn to our local felonid-like mutant. You know what? You can make better use of this than I can. He will then toss you the Thresher support gun off the bike.
Oh.
Don't go ooh. It's just a shittier heavy stubber. But it's filter bursting with toxin rounds.
Potentially good. Okay.
It is in fact a heavy stubber with essentially, I believe it's a slightly higher rate of fire, but the primitive quality.
Okay, you wash Jane down, obviously, and Siler Winter will pay her a visit and look her over. She recoils somewhat, remembering the last time she was in the medbay with him, but does comply to allow him to fix her up somewhat. He basically applies You know the stuff you treat burn victims with, like the creams
Yeah.
and shit.
Cosmoline, yeah.
Yeah,
stuff.
she applies some of that to her, which is more degenerate than I intended, but that is pretty much what they would do. So, Ritualist, when you watch this, you're gonna have a field day.
Yeah.
I may have to inquire your prices. Something like subtly done.
Fucking, this was like, you know, the great boss, one of the great boss fights, and it just turned into an erotica. Jesus Christ. I mean, it is my fault, but like, ugh.
Okay. For the record, the Thresher support gun is a heavy weapon with 120 meter range. It has 6 round. It's a full auto of 6, 1d10 plus 5, pen of 0, 200 rounds in its belt, a crippling 2, primitive 8 tearing.
Did you say 200
Okay,
rounds?
so it is functionally a heavy stubber.
Essentially, yes. But it's got tearing and crippling. But
Where
lower
did you
damage
find
cap.
this?
This is the weapon that comes standard on my bike,
Oh, Jason.
along with a pair of twin-linked auto guns.
Skog?
Yep.
After Zyler Winter's fucking massage, shall we say, of her burnt regions, she recovers. Yeah, titty massage. Fucking 7 damage. She recovers 7 wounds. He did it pretty well.
By the way, which book?
Oh.
Which book? Tome of Blood.
Tome of Blood.
Messian Outrider, page 49.
Could you
Yes,
send me a
sir.
snapshot of the template for that gun so I can get it all written down?
Yeah, hang on.
In the arms of the angel.
Alright. Let me know when you guys are ready to proceed.
I'm going to take a quick grabbing a drink break.
Okay.
Same, TBH.
We may or may not trigger the next scene tonight, but I'm thinking if no one else has any plans, we could just run it tomorrow, I guess. I don't think anyone will be mine, so...
Sure.
I told the idea of having a podcast, like first episode of the whole reviewing fucking third, like homebrew regiment shit, but I don't really want to rush directly into the Argo Brigade because they are such an awkward and autistically complex regiment.
They've got like so much lore, but then lore that's it's like not the lore you want. It's more just anecdotes of stuff they did.
Yes, it's a lot of like right fagging and a lot of like intricate counterintelligence, and I believe the term they use is counterterrorism
Yeah, this is
and counterinsurgency shit. It's very fucking out there.
Yeah, this is the issue when you have right faggotry from fans, because it's like unless you get a proper author or editor to work through it, it comes off as kind of weird when they, because it's just a bunch of stuff other people have written that's been kind of compiled into this mash of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Then like, it's in stark comparison to like the Huayan, who have like no right faggotry whatsoever, but tons and tons of rules and incredibly intricate descriptions of their culture.
Yep.
Whereas the Argo Brigade have no culture whatsoever, except they really don't like other people. They've got an anti-bunker rifle with no stats, and they've got a bunch. The only thing statted is the drive nailer, which is already a weapon. That they stole from, I believe, one of the Rogue Trader books.
Shit.
Oh yeah, my working assumption is for healing that it's mostly stims and temporary hit points, and then any actual proper healing is done during downtime.
Mm-hmm. This is all
As,
literal first aid shit you slap on you to give you a few more wounds back. And honestly, all he's been able to do at the moment, because you already did some full healing in the last big encounter, he's basically stopped you from dying essentially, because he's healed most of your critical stuff. So he is going to heal himself later, but he's been prioritizing you guys mainly.
Okay. Back. Stu, before we start again, could you run me through how the actual, fucking wound system as it works? Because it's autistic. Because the book's layout is autistic about it. I can't find any information about actually dying.
Yeah. Yep, I'll explain it to you in depth probably after this. Is what we'll do because I want to just set up the what do you call it? Encounter.
Rule of thumb: if you don't understand how dying works, they can't kill you.
Well, I mean, literally.
Ogre technique.
Yeah.
I thought originally that if you hit your critical wound threshold, that's it. You go unconscious, and then someone can take an action to kill you. But apparently, you can go over, but there's no mention of that anywhere I've seen in the book.
You go into critical damage basically, so you get to 0 wounds, and then anything goes on to it becomes minus, and usually as soon as you get into like minus 8, 9, and 10, that's when you really get in danger of being killed, like eaten.
Okay.
So really you were only a couple of wounds. Like if say I'd knocked a couple of damage off, you would have been pretty much fine, so it's not the end of the world really.
Good.
Let's just say I fudged it slightly, so
That's fine by me.
yep, because this is only the prologue after all, so
Yeah, makes sense.
regardless. Would you gentlemen and ladies like to continue?
Yeah, I'm down.
Sure.
Okay. We won't
I've got
continue
another
for
hour.
very long, we'll probably just do a little bit of tidying up and then just get the next scene set up, so to speak, and then leave on a cliffhanger, because I like my cliffhangers.
They're learning.
Eat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so are you gonna just proceed straight to the bridge?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
In fact, we will ride to the. We'll gear up,
Yeah.
and I think what our plan is we will take one of the shuttles around to where the Dark Eldar landed.
If they're on the bridge.
It'd probably be faster to just drive there, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Get in the sidecar.
We also have, I think, Pastor is recovering and Jane is technically recovered. We might go a bit slower, but I think everyone can just sort of pile on awkwardly.
Yeah,
Just, there's a tow bar.
you'll all be able to
Just-
kind of
just
hitch a ride and
Lash.
just get
live
over
to
there
the back.
quickly.
Attach a gurney to the tow bar. Drag all the bastards behind it.
Alright. Okay, something interesting is going to happen since Gren's character is going to take a rest from this next encounter. No doubt her and Dillard will make a heartfelt reunion and all that.
I don't want to think about that heartfelt reunion.
Yeah. We can leave that to ritualist to visualize.
Yeah.
If anything.
Ritualist is going to have a lot of not safe for work to draw.
Oh,
Ew.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I was thinking something tasteful with steam, but you know.
Mhm.
I made it worse, to be honest.
Because last time was so untasteful.
Hey, tasteful is fine. Sorry, the other thing.
Untasteful as well.
Taste this. Okay.
Okay,
Tasty.
as you boys
Useless.
swing by the fucking on your way to the bridge, you come across a figure coming out from one of the side doors which leads towards the armory. Could you guys just
Will we
place your
actually-
tokens down just for a bit?
Are we going via the armory, or are we just going to?
You pass by it on the way conveniently.
Okay, because I'm saying we think we've got enough guns on us, considering Voss has his, just bike trailer filled with miscellaneous.
Shall I reload the ball pistol?
Okay, and a figure emerges from said doorway in front of you.
It's the anal assault.
It's $4.99.
I damage your spike with the help of Wheelkike.
Oh yeah, put Jane down as well. Forgot.
Wheelkike.
He's just doing donut.
And you just see him in his remote-controlled wheelchair, sort of awkwardly push past some of the barriers that were erected.
Remote-controlled, rocket-propelled wheelchair.
Just
Putting on the-
scoots along,
I'm putting on the Duke Nukem theme. Fuck it.
and he hails you down just as he emerges from his barricaded armory and is like, "Hey fellas, how y'all doing?" And he's holding Voss, make me a common lore war or whatever. Something like that, or armory, or whatever you want for the gun. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention. Okay.
War.
You know he's got... Yeah, that's better. Okay. You don't quite manage to make out the decipher the make, but it seems to be very heavily modified and customized sniper rifle he's got kind of just casually resting next to his shoulder. Another quick thing I forgot to mention. Pasta and Jane, you both get your armors repaired. I've not even got more testing for that. You had enough equipment in there to do it. With Bittle around. So. Yeah, he fashions you some plates, so he just kind of bolts on to fix the damage.
I mean, we've got like 3 armors in the room. We should manage.
Yeah.
True.
And he hails you down and is like, I'm glad to see you fellas survived.
Well, as glad as I am to see you.
There was doubt.
Oh, there was no doubt in my mind, but it's good to know that I was right.
I saw titties.
I see you were, you're one short. Is your psyker girl not feeling too well?
Traditionally blood goes on the inside.
Yes.
I see.
Some issues with that.
I hope she's safe, at least.
Safe enough.
Captain safe?
Me probably.
Yeah.
Alright.
Other than that, it's all fine. Well, as far as they can be. Let's put it this way, we didn't leave them to the tender care of the Dark Eldar for very long.
I'm glad to hear
Yeah.
that. I've popped a few of them myself. I was gonna try and make my way over to rescue them, but I'm glad you boys managed to sort that out. Are you on your way to the bridge by any chance?
Of course.
There it is.
You want an extra gun? Tag along? May as well do that.
Yeah. More the merrier.
Yeah. Why not?
Alright, lead the way, fellas.
This Viking has 2 sidecars.
Yep, he literally is gonna drive alongside you in his wheelchair, and he can happily keep up, because this wheelchair is fucking pimped.
His wheelchair is probably the exact same model of bike with a better engine in.
And you all head off towards the bridge. Like a fucking very band of autists. Jesus.
Very bad.
And now, if you are already ready, ladies and gentlemen, we will go to the bridge. Is there any last minute preparations you'd like to do before?
No, I have full health, I have a fully loaded gun, I've got med supplies, I've got a chainsaw, I've got Jane, she has some clothes on again.
One last thing, Pasta, please make me a Medicaid check at +10.
Medicaid check at +10. Yes, sir.
Do I need to assist potentially?
Yeah, you can do. Oh,
Do I need to roll to assist, or are you just going to apply it?
no, I'll just apply it.
Cool. You know my ranks in it, don't you?
Yep. Pasta, you heal another 4 wounds. You managed to, on the trip there, patch yourself up a little bit more.
Yep. Apply 2 rounds of Medicaid and 50 intelligence. Oh yeah.
Oh, you're far above me. Well, in terms of intelligence, anyway.
Okay. I will transition you to the next scene. Please plonk yourself down there in the white void in front of that blue door.
Sir, yes, sir.
Alright.
The door has been repaired since the last encounter somewhat, but it's still looking a bit battered. They literally just kind
There's
of
just a
took
little
the
warehouse
frame.
next door filled with doors.
They literally just took the plate.
Real fake doors.
No, every evening there is a specialist smith that just reforges the doors.
So what did you do this weekend? Oh, just casually genocided the entire Eldar race.
Yeah.
Alright, so boys. Basically, as you disembark and get ready to enter the door, Gage walks up to you guys and is like, so here's what I'm thinking, boys. It's all up to you, but you want me to hang back in this doorway and provide a bit of overwatch? And because I've got a feeling that the big honcho in there is gonna probably want to talk to you a bit before he starts getting his blades out. Unless, of course, you want to just go in there, but you might learn some things. You never know. I'm here to watch your back if you want to talk things out with him.
We ought to have someone back.
Let's shoot him non-fatally, because then he can give us a long, like, eloquent essay of how he's dying.
I mean, that works too.
And we can hear him whimper.
Kick him in the shins.
Yes.
I don't know, I just figured you might be able to get the drop on him this way, but it's your call.
Well, the door's not open yet.
I want to hear one.
The camouflage cloak engages.
Oof.
I have remembered once more to turn on the reflector shield.
I'm going to be standing here for the purposes of shooting, but I'm going to be one step to the left.
Okay.
In actuality.
Mm-hmm. Okay, everyone else set up your marching order.
Well, that's the main one.
Yeah, I guess Jane is going to hold slightly the flank. She has two different kinds of lasgun.
Okay.
Initiatives?
As you're about to press the door, there is a voice from the Vox. And this voice speaks to you and is like, Monkai. I'm glad you could make it. Please, come inside. Let's have a chat, eh? I think we could work out a deal.
As long as that deal involves his head.
Do you guys
get up to
respond?
the Dark Elder in your free time?
How do you guys respond to this?
Can I light up the room with machine gun fire, or is that too much? Do you think?
You, if you wish to suddenly open the door, may make a surprised action against some of the people potentially.
Understandable. Let me get the right window open. Got the new gun ready. I'm gonna assume that he's gonna be up on the dais.
They always do.
Yeah. No one ever goes, I'm gonna leave one of my spods up on the dais to draw fire while I stand by this command console and have cover.
Always a fucking diocese.
A half aim is probably too much given the circumstances. Standard range. No, short range. It is fully automatic. Yeet. I fill the room with bullets. But that is all.
After the Vox chimes out and you decide to just fucking boo open the door with your... Not so much boot it in, but just press the button violently and open it.
Roll that stealth.
You just fucking... Oh yeah. Roll stealth for us. You might want it now.
And that reroll.
Yep. Ah, that's better. Okay, I'll roll the perception for some guy.
And with a minus 30.
A couple of the figures do manage to clock you, Voss. but you don't think they've all spotted you as the doors wind open. And basically, as Ursula decides to rake the room with fucking stubber fire, please roll initiative.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, this is back
Got
in
it
this
right.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. I'll remember to do. Yep. For Jane.
Yep. I just have to click around the tabs.
BRB.
Okay.
By the power of yeet.
Okay, I'm just gonna get all these initiatives done. How is the chat doing, by the way? Just so I'm doing this.
Don't give Sharpman ideas is the last statement, and that was from Pasta. This was after my statement of furry degeneracy intensifies.
Alright. Bear with me one moment, almost done.
That's a lot of initiative.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have.
Concern.
Yes.
Oh,
And
God damn it, I was doing so well and never remembered, oh yeah, these guys get fucking re-rolls.
And I think with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will end it here for the night. Will our party survive the great Eldar fucking initiative rolls? Will they die? Will something else happen? Who knows? And hopefully, if all goes according to plan, we will continue this tomorrow, since there will be no tales from a wife, sadly.
Yep, due to
Last-
absences.
And perhaps this will be the last Eldar eating of the game.
More than
I doubt
likely.
it,
But what will Ritualist eat?
No.
He's got plenty to eat. That head is still there for the homunculi.
What kind of batter do you use on Tyranids? This is an important question. Is it kind of a breadcrumb affair, like an egg wash and thing, or is it tempura?
I think you'd want it just regular deep fry batter. You wouldn't want to bread them.
Would you use like chicken or like fish batter?
Are we discussing?
Like Mars bar batter.
Are we discussing bread?
That's the
Eldar
most disquieting answer you could have given. Like cinnamon, really?
Possibly scotched.
And have any of you, ladies and gentlemen, got final thoughts for tonight?
Well, we gave a little blood to corn.
Yes, you did.
We're about to give a lot more.
Yep.
Alright, we will see you all very soon. Have a good night, everybody.